the slightest for some reason. Alright, so we are now live. I'm just going to get the... Very quickly get the tag for it. Just opened up, put it in announcements. And then we'll start the... We'll announce it. We'll intro, essentially. Everyone at GT7 Driver.
Nope. Ignore me just throwing my controller on the floor for some reason.
Alright, that's that put into the announcement chat. I've got everything there. I need to do the order, but we'll go through this. So, hello, welcome to Stint 3 for ALR's 12 Hours of Daytona. For those who have joined us in the last two sessions, you'll know what this is about. If you haven't, well, welcome. We're into the third stint of a 12-hour race. It is the longest stint of the day. It is 3 hours long, and, well, it's going to be fun. I'm Pyro, as you probably heard from the last couple of stints. I've been doing it for the last 4 hours at this point. But I'm joined, I like to say this, I'm joined by somebody new to ALR. I'm joined by Crentis. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah. Mate, so yeah, we've been doing commentary for a while. I've raced with ZFS. We've entered a couple teams into the eSports league that starts on Sunday. And I'm just in here doing a bit of comms. I'm a lot better commentator than I am a driver, and I love endurance racing. So I think this is going to be very good, especially a 3-hour stint.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to this. So we're gonna have we had a few stories developing through the first couple of sessions. They're gonna continue. If you look at this, if the people on the stream are looking at the moment, you can see the list of drivers that are currently driving in, well, will be driving in this stint. I can imagine that time that the front for Project Platypus might be coming down just a little bit further. But yeah, what are you thinking about this stint?
It could be anyone's game. I've got no idea what the gaps are, if anything, so I don't know like how spread apart they're going to be at the start. But we could see some change in order. There's a very strong lineup on track today. Some guys from CLR, AHR, Platypus Racing, lots of teams that I recognise, lots of fast drivers. Yeah, should make for an interesting stint.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be. I'm just trying to find who's actually from what team at the moment. So find me. Queen Head in 7th. I know Fax driving for Lost Track in 1. He just needs to actually join the lobby. Probably be a good start. Where's the pink? There's pink. So there's Mortal. Then it's T3 in the Corvette, which is Astro. So someone new driving in that car. And honestly, Astro and Anonymous pretty similar pace, so that could be very interesting for them. And then after that, it is Nova, Pink. They've already set in, and then it's Chew 2, which I believe is Yuppie. There you go. Then it's Lost Track in 2. Can't see where the second car for them is. Wait and see. I'll sort that out in a minute. AHR and GT Blue, GT Emerald, everyone else is as they should be. We have 16, so I now can go in and add the 2 that needs to be added. Senor Fac is the first of the Lost Track Racing. They are 4th. And Matt D is the second Lost Track Racing. I think, yes, he is. And they are 11th. Alright, we are running a little bit behind schedule. But yeah, that's everything that we've got. Everyone is in the order that they should be in. I'm looking forward to this. Let's see what we can get going then. Everything else should do one double check to make sure that Ross has got the right settings. So I definitely didn't copy it straight from him.
Yeah, always double check them. We've got some habitual blind settings readers in ZFS. You gotta double check it every time.
I'm bad at eSports for it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am so bad for it when it comes to doing esports. Every single time I load up an esports lobby, there will be somebody pointing out and saying that it's wrong. 100%. Right.
You say we're gonna have to start having a look on tomorrow then.
On a Sunday, if you see there is something wrong, just let me know.
Hey, Speed Ace, nice to see you jump in chat. How you doing, mate? Got some ZFS love already?
Alright, let's go. I think everything is fine. We are currently 8 minutes behind schedule, but we'll make... This is our 4 through 7, I believe. I think. I'm not going insane, I'm pretty sure it is. I've already been going for 4 hours. We had a 2.5 and a 1.5. I just know it's hour 4. That's about as much as I can tell you.
I burn out after like 2 hours of streaming, so yeah, you're going to be doing it for 7 straight hours after this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's, well, this is, we've done 4. This will take us up to 7. I've got 5 extra hours after this to fill.
You're doing the entire 12 hours, you absolute madman, and you're hosting it as well.
Yeah, I'm doing the entire thing. We're going into the formation lap now and put the drivers. I've got replay set up. Can everybody hear Quentis in chat? Just so.
Yeah, should be able to. I'll double check if I've not accidentally turned my share your voice off because it sounds like something I'd do. No, it's still on, so stream should be able to hear my beautiful voice.
Yeah, I'm just making sure the audio and everything is good. Sounds good, so we are off, but obviously we are following in formation. Perry is lagging already. That's a great start.
Yeah.
That's a great start. As for the schedule for the upcoming endurance races, so let's just take out that while we're on this. So in the period of the year 2026, ALR will run 5 of these. This is the first one. They will happen more than likely after every single season of the Monday League of eSports, if you want to kind of bury those at the same time. So after each season lasts 8 weeks. So the next one should be somewhere around about 2.5 months' time. I could get the calendar up, but I don't actually know off the top of my head.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's currently what we're looking at. I hope you.
I'll spend 20 minutes trying to search for it because I don't know where half these channels in the ALR Discord lead to.
It should be just GT calendar, I think. If Ross has put it in there, it should be in there somewhere. It might be a little bit further up because this was announced ages ago now, but it should be in there. I hope. Otherwise, I'm going to message Ross. Ross has forgotten how to do maths already. That's a great start. Susu Bank 71 is first in Thailand. So not only is he the second Thailand driver that we've had in this session today, he's the first in the country. So that's interesting to see for Nova then.
Ooh.
We'll see whether or not he can kind of recover the somewhat mess that Dylan made in that last day.
We've not even done with the formation lap and the commentators are already on smoke.
Craig
gets lost in the triangle. I can't laugh because that's accurate.
Oh god.
Full of lightning McQueen. There's a reason why I'm commentating this.
It would somehow not be the dumbest thing we've seen at a Daytona Tri-Oval.
Alright, law drop, let's do this.
Okay, so for those who have been in ALR for a while, you guys will know this still, and there's been a few references to it already today. But for those who haven't been in ALR for a while, we run this thing every couple of seasons called the Nations Cup, legitimate ALR World Cup essentially. Right? The English team, led by Sick Boy at that point, went into Daytona, Tri-Oval, fuel map 6, hard tyres, tried to keep in the slipstream because it worked against the AI.
These guys are a little bit quicker than the AI then.
This was before Spec 3 and Sophie and all this stuff, and a long time before that. It went about as predictably as you could think.
Rolling roadblock.
Alright, who is in the pits first? We're waiting for the thing. Yeah, Flawless Logic really was, and he had been bullied for it ever since. Yeah, BX has just put in the next 12-hour races on the 21st of March at Suzuka.
I keep on trying to press my D-pad down to flick through the grid, forgetting I'm in a share screen.
Alright, Perry, now we are off. Who are you? Where are you going?
Oh, we've already had a lane flicker.
Incredible. Are you okay, Chief? That's not
Incredible parking, mate.
Oh, we've had one. You knew there was going to be one person who made that mistake, right? You knew there had to be one eventually.
Well, whereabouts is he supposed to be?
He is supposed to be in 5th, which is roughly about now.
He's not going to be able to see the gap or anything, so he's sort of got to eyeball it.
Yep.
Absolutely exhilarating reaction on track, and here he goes.
No, he had
Car
to be
Park Simulator.
Seconds. Yeah, he has to be 30 seconds off the back of FAC. He has to be 30. He's supposed to be 30 seconds off the back of FAC, I think.
I mean, the gap should update a bit, so Jackie should be like just pulling the sandbags out until he gets that gap down to 30 seconds.
Yep, he should be. We've actually got action on track straight away.
Ooh!
Look at this.
Signs of good things to come.
It's a great start for FAC here. Gets right on the back.
And Perry's died.
Perry's just disconnected. The leader of the race just disconnected within 2 laps.
Commentator's curse. And I think I did say that when he was lagging. Imagine the leader disconnects and a lap later.
Oh no!
Absolutely biblical scenes from Doobie Doobie Dooba Racing.
I've just tagged Ross in for a second. 2 laps in, and the leader of the race is disconnected. So, for reference, for a disconnect, you essentially start the next stint on the max waiting time, and if I'm right, the next max waiting time is somewhere around the 8-minute mark.
Oh, gone from the lead to 8 minutes behind.
Yeah, you will start 8 minutes behind the lead. Project Platypus.
Unlucky.
Well, Iggy's got the cleanest drive in the history of drive now.
Monkey, nice to see you in chat. DVD. Got a couple ZFS drivers joining now.
Where is Ross when you need him?
Someone could do their job, at least.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There's still got a few guys waiting to come out. Bear in mind, this is Ross's team that's currently on the screen. Klinger, who's actually, funny enough, just disconnected himself. Eli disconnected. 8 laps from the end of the race in the two...
Wait, does that mean there's room for me to jump in the lobby? If Perry's internet shut itself.
Technically. It saved... technically, yeah.
Alright.
You're gonna have to... If you see something, you're gonna have to let me check, because I'm the only one streaming, but...
Yeah. It's always useful if you're doing co-coms to have an extra eye in the sky.
Yeah.
Basically, all I'm going to do is just constantly flick through the grid.
Send your facts ahead of Badabig. Punishment is...
Flat one for life. Nice to see you. Congrats on getting into Distinct. Massive accomplishment, mate.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've pronounced that team wrong, but very strong eSports team he's got into.
Nah, distinct. It's distinct.
Yeah.
But yeah, send your factors ahead of Badabig, by the way. As we go through, both on medium tyres to start with. We'll see if there's going to be any fight between the two of them as we go through the first couple of corners. That bag has got himself up into 8th, obviously, with a disconnect, and also trying to unlap himself straight away. Right, so we've got Send Your Facts still right ahead of Badabig into the first couple of corners on this infield. So, anything change in your mind that after that disconnect from the first lap then?
Well, I mean, Platypus isn't really going to be in it.
Perry's asking in chat right now if we could restart.
I mean, it was a first lap disconnect, so
Wow.
don't know what the It is a bit harsh to carry it on, especially since they're in the lead. But I mean, it all depends what the rule book says.
I mean, the rule book explicitly states if you DC, that's it. I don't actually think there is a way to go past it. But I have messaged Ross if Ross actually ever responds to me. We get an idea of it. But
I'll
yeah, I'm gonna
stay on the what's it called, share screen, because I can't see the lobby. I think it's
the code should be in the chat. Let me message it you.
Yeah,
it's a private lobby,
probably
that's
just
why.
DM me instead of.
You're incredible.
I spent 20 minutes finding it.
Incredible is 30 seconds off the back of Senor Fact, so he's fine now, yes. Oh, they've come together! Big and Senor Fact! Oh, that's
Can't park there, mate!
That's an interesting collision between the two of them, but Badabig's got up into the position ahead of Senor Fact then.
Fuck off, see this.
Let's see if I can get a phone Ross real quick. After all, it is his series, so he's going to see if he's...
he should know that of anyone. Usually helps if the organiser knows what's going off.
Hoping that Ross is actually going to answer the phone. But we go through. We still have three drivers on the track here fighting it out. Badabig from Senor Fact from Outbank, who's a lap back. I don't think he's actually answered the phone. He's still things. So we're going to go until he shows up.
Yeah.
Very disconnected on lap 2. That's all I needed to know. Right.
Tough titties, let me guess.
Yep, we keep running. We keep running. That was very distinct. Well, that is a very much
get your head down, womp.
We still got Badabig and Senor Fact on the track at the moment. See if we can find
back. He's
else.
proper catching up to him.
Yeah, he's trying to lap himself at this point in time.
Yeah.
As for the question earlier on,
he's going to go around the outside. He's going to have a little bit of a look. Surely he's going to have to back out from that. Yeah, but Badabig goes into the back of Fack. What the fuck? He's going off.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I couldn't help that.
You're not the first person. Yeah, he's in from contact on the back from Badabig again.
Yeah. Should have to let that one back in my eyes. Perry's back in the room.
A bit late, but he's back in the room.
Doobie-doobie-doo, Perry!
This is just gonna be puns for 3 hours. I'm
absolutely. Why do you think I love commentary?
Look at that move from Senor Fact.
Brilliant move, yeah.
Got it on the inside of the infield there. I think it's turn 6 that he got it. So he's got back ahead of Badabig. Let's see if we've got anything else on the track at the moment. Those two going back and forth, which is going to allow for Iggy to just drive off into the distance. Actually, in that matter, Iggy's about to lap Mortal. There you go. Astro, Mortal just got lapped by Iggy there. We continue on in this one. Astro's not lapped so far. I think everyone from Astro up hasn't been lapped up to this point. Everyone from Astro down has just had a lap being put on. HR Hills is in the pits again.
Yeah. What's the damage on? Is it heavy?
Yeah, if you get damage, you have to essentially, it never goes away. Yeah,
that's what I meant. GT7 needs a rejoin feature like F1 and ACC here. There's Annie in chat. I think that would be a very interesting feature. I didn't even know that was in the other games.
Yeah, it's in some of them. F1 has a similar kind of feature. As long as you don't get booted out, you've got to actually have the actual invite to join back. Perry has left the room again. To go through. Badabig still fighting with Senor Fact. Fact has actually given Badabig as good as he's going to give in this session. And Antbank's actually unlapped himself from those two anyway. So we'll see how the Thai driver. I guess you're the Thai.
Yeah, it's Thailand.
We'll see how he's able to do. Is Perry in the room with us? He was for about a lap.
Can't even have a shower without drama.
Yeah, we go through. Let's see, what have we got on track? It's just these two still. It looks like Tenyo Back has actually started to build a gap here. We got over that second mark. But it's just going to... I wonder, because Bada Big has already lost, what, the equivalent of about 10 seconds from what Attengren had at the end of the second stint. So I wonder if FGR are going to be able to get back into this properly with Bada Big and Senor Fak in there. The Senor Fak being potentially the odd one out. We've seen him in the league a lot before, and you'll get to know him very well over the next 8 weeks in eSports. But I wonder...
Can the drivers change Aero in this then?
So essentially this is eSports rules, but with ever so slight tweaks. So Aero is something you can change. Brake balance is something you can change. They're the only thing that we actually allow for, like, they're the ones we allow for in terms of tuning. And yeah,
it's like bot plus.
Yeah, pretty much. ×2 tire wear, so not an awful lot changes in terms of that between this and eSports. It's a longer version of it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like eSports, the teams, they enter their drivers for the entire year? Or is it open choice for them?
This one, we've actually seen this earlier on in the day, so this is much more casual, I want to say. Some teams might not take it as that, but...
it doesn't look like a casual lobby looking at this fucking pace.
In the eye of the helpers, it's a series there. We like doing it, but not to detract from the rest of them. So we allow everyone to open season, basically. Each race is a separate entity. You don't have to actually name who's driving either at any point. You just have to let them know who is driving, if that makes sense, on the actual day. You don't have to tell us the stints, just who is actually driving.
Yeah.
And FGR actually altered their entire lineup about an hour ago. So, you know, you can change.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, as long as you got a driver on track and they're not a cunt, it's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, but it's basically, if you can keep... Oh, Bada Big! Talking about staying on track.
Nice save there. I was going to say from chat, how many Dodge Vipers do we have on track?
The answer is a large majority. That's...
Ooh, what a surprise. I'm back. 45-0. Jesus Christ, that's fast.
It got up to about 25 seconds off the back of Mortal, so it's starting to close that in just a little bit.
Yeah. Pulling from Fak as well quite a bit.
Yeah. He's got away. He's unlocked himself from those guys. He's got to go after Iggy if he wants to unlock himself fully, because Iggy is the lead car. Is the Dodge that OP? Well, to put it into perspective, in GT, the Dodge Viper has one of the quickest, especially under the current Bob, had one of the quickest straight line speeds. Daytona is basically entirely straight line speed.
Yeah. I like this track of the Viper because it's the only one in open lobbies I'm actually competitive in.
I'd say I've been a while since I've done proper competitive open lobbies. I've basically stayed within the league for a long time.
Yeah, it was Torikeen actually. It was his open lobbies that he introduced me to ALR.
That makes sense.
That's how I found you guys.
That man's the chief recruiter over the last season. that man has been on an absolute recruiting. Now, Mustangs are bad. Like, really, really bad.
Yeah. Well, there's no crowds for him to hit, so... I did tell you I'm very unhinged on comms.
You did. I'm not against it. I'm not against it in the slightest. But yeah, Senor Fag, 2.4 seconds up on Banabig, so he is very much starting to drive a little bit clear. The FGR car has lost another 4 or 5 seconds on the back of the Austrian out front. Yeah, going further back, Incredible starting to actually lose a little bit of time on T-Bop, and also at the same time just a little bit gained.
Yeah, I think keep our eyes on T-Bop for a bit, see how that gap comes down, because he's definitely gaining if you just compare the lap times.
Yeah, it's looking at it, you go through with VRT, they actually gained they've obviously gained the position from Perry's disconnect.
From Perry, yeah.
They're not complaining with that. If you had them 4 people starting 14th, I reckon they'd take it. I reckon they'd take that.
That livery is funny as hell. The bumper sticker on the back.
Yeah. I noticed that on the car when Spin was driving it on the last stint. So, just to explain this a little bit more in terms of how the stints work. For those who have just joined us, how the stints work, we started with an hour and a half. We've gone to 2.5, but we went to 2.5 hours for the second stint, and this is 3 hours. So this is why the lap count at the top is different for each stint. They're different lengths of time. They're varied up during the day to make sure that everyone gets a nice little different variation. You can a little bit of strategy to who you want to put on each stint as well, right? That's the aim. It's an endurance race. Yeah, the aim of the game is strategy, right? 12 hours.
Yeah. In the real world, not every single driver in an endurance race does bang on 2-hour stints. So I do like the idea of changing it up a bit. So you've got some short stints, some longer stints. I think if it's organised correctly, it makes for a really interesting race.
Oh yeah, it will. We've got an hour. So to put it into perspective, we've got a 3-hour one here. In a few hours' time, in stint 5 is only an hour, so that'll be a straight sprint to the line, basically.
Yeah.
In terms of how everything's going, also T-Bop has actually narrowed an entire second down.
Yeah, only on that lap, absolutely flying.
Yeah.
Well done, Spin, on that livery. It's mental. Hey, Marcus, nice to see you in chat. Mr. Not So Incredible Pace at the moment. I love this chat, man.
Yeah,
it's one of the best bits about comms, the chat.
Yeah, it's getting people to actually show up. Also, we've had a confirmation from Ross on what the actual length of the penalty is for Project Platypus after the lap 1 disconnect. It is 8.5 minutes.
Ooh.
Got someone getting on the track there.
Not quite what you wanted, coming out of stint 2 leading.
Yeah. Good luck to Alessandro, to Caplero and BX.
They're going to need it by the signs of it.
You're going to need it. Just to recover yourself to not last. Got 51 people are watching at the moment, by the way. That is one person away from an ALR record.
Oh, Crentis effect.
Yeah, the most we ever had was with Mikel Hazal driving an eSports race. We had 52 at one time.
Yeah, I've pulled 3 digits once in an Aero stream and I was genuinely terrified.
I haven't seen that yet. That's a set.
Yeah.
Incredible had actually gained another 6 tenths back. These are the 46.7 there. No 458s, no. The Ferrari, it's a Ferrari though. The Ferrari is, which one is it? The map, no, it is this guy, Yuppie. Yuppie is the
I think this guy was in what I did before, and I could not pronounce that name. So I think I called him Yoop.
I think it's Yuppie, I think, because of the way the Finnish tend to pronounce their stuff. Similar to the Germans and the
yeah. But I mean, the number one rule of commentary is A, be as unhinged as possible, B, crack as many puns as possible, and C, mispronounce every single name.
Yeah, that probably checks out.
Yeah. You get one attempt and that's what you're stuck with.
Yeah. There's one of them. There was earlier the commentator's nightmare. We had Keto, Chico, and Deco in the same lobby.
Oh god. Oh god.
It was pretty something else. And honestly, T-Bob just keeping the same kind of timer around. Banabig is 4.5 seconds off the back of Senor Back, by the way. I would like to point that out. He is not having a fun start.
Facts definitely pick the pace up.
Yeah, he's slowly but surely getting there. He's trying to figure it out. They are dropping quite heavily off the back of Iggy, though, and for more of a context point for you, Quentis, in terms of comms, Iggy is realistically the most successful driver in the history of the server.
Oh wow. So absolute alien on track then is what you're saying.
He's gonna enjoy me making this. He was essentially Wilt Chamberlain in NBA 10. Basically, he joined in the league was a little bit slower, so he used to have like 2 or 3 tiers, and he was in tier 1 at that point. I know he's won like 3 or 4. He won like 3 and 4 seasons or something like that. So he joined at the point. Then he left for WRC for a while, and he comes back and does these kind of races every so often, and actually joined the Money League again for this season. Money League is absolutely stacked to a point.
Is it something like 7 divisions that you've got like that?
8 tiers, yeah, 8 tiers. 8 tiers.
Jesus Christ!
And technically, with the amount of actual reserves that we have, because we have, I think it's like 7 reserves a lobby at least. We could have probably done it.
Jeez. And I thought our 4 lobbies was good.
Yeah, we've done GT good. We've done GT very good at this point.
Definitely, yeah.
T-Bop back within 5 seconds, 4.5.
Kind of making me a bit terrified for eSports now.
Oh, don't worry. Just wait until you get to Sunday when NWR show up with Jensen, Mumu, and Lewis in the same team, and then you can properly be scared.
Tonk, get it.
To put it into perspective, as to why we keep so many reserves in each tier, last season we had the 5 reserves in each tier, for example. And the amount of dropouts that we had toward the end of the season basically meant that we couldn't keep the lobbies full entirely. So you'd see a lot of 13s, a lot of 12s. So we've just overloaded lobbies with reserves. That way we have 16 every week.
How the fuck do I'm already getting dry mouth and I'm 20 minutes into a 3-hour stream. Give me like 2 minutes. I'm just going to go make a drink real quick.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I'll take it from there. The next race is eSports on Sunday. Actually, tomorrow we have an eSports race at Lago Maggiore. We have a reserve championship as well for people who don't get into the races. So we keep him occupied. Don't worry. We keep him occupied as we go through. VRT incredible, 3.3 seconds ahead of T-Bop at the moment. So we'll see 191 people signing up for the league. It's absolutely insane. I'm going to have to put that one back to Grant when he gets back here just to see his reaction to that. 5.7 seconds now for Senor back over Banabig as the tyres just starting to fall off the mediums. They fall off the soft tyre cars, sorry. So Iggy on the soft hit the 50% now. Then we've got Senor back and Banabig on mediums. Incredible on mediums as well. Softs the team up, and that's why he's starting to close it in. As for going forward, it should be... Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, it's got no straight line speed. Did it buffer for anyone else there? You have to stream on a different monitor so I can keep an eye on it. Going through. So yeah, T-Bop is going through and catching up because he's on soft tyres. Astro's got a half-second penalty to Mortal. That's 14 seconds at split 7th and 8th. And Antbank has caught it from 25 to 18. Yeah, I apologise for the buffering. If it keeps happening, let me know. I can reset the stream just a little bit. Yeah, European 26 seconds off the back of that. Back with Tank Bro, 42 seconds further back there. X90G is ahead of Mad Debater now. That's going to be one that... He is Matt from now on now, so... I am not saying that name every single time. Definitely not saying that name every single time. Jesus. Just realised what it actually is a play on. Including a 1 minute and 38 seconds off the back of 12th, and then AHR Hills at 26 seconds then at the rear of the field, and then you've got Project Platypus will start. No, Jill. Don't. Tank Bro is just opening the gap to X90G, and X90G is... No, I will not say that name 3 times fast, thank you very much. You're going through. We do not allow for transmission changes. No, I would botch that miserably. I would make that the most English pronunciation of that sentence you will ever see. We go through watching with T-Bop now just underneath that 3-second mark. Get rid of that. Well, there isn't a lot of fights. T-Bop into the pits now then. So T-Bop is into the pits. We are currently watching the first half an hour of a 3-hour stint. T-Bop running through over halfway on his tyre, so he'll come out. I reckon Astro probably is going to get him. Mortal, maybe not so much. Astro is about to actually be lapped by Iggy, I think. That is Iggy in the background. You can see the black Corvette in the distance. So Iggy currently a 42-second advantage, and yeah, her GT Purple might actually be in cruise control now. We continue on. I think Mortal is going to get him. That's going to be close. That's going to be very close. They head through turn 1. T-Bop is on the medium tyres. T-Bop's actually out ahead of Mortal. 1.4 seconds as we go through. I think he's not going to get him. I think T-Bop should be fine. He needs to get it up a little bit more speed than that. He is on the medium tyre so far. Mortal on the medium, but a little bit more worn. That makes things a little bit interesting then. So the top 6, well, top 5 haven't been lapped yet. That's a good car. Getting, well, blue flagging Astro now, so that's going to happen. Incredible was just ahead of T-Bop, so we'll wait and see how that shakes out after the first set of pit stops then. As Klinger moving out the way with the blue flags. It looked like he was moving out the way for a second then, not actually getting out the way. You can see him just in the foreground. There's Iggy there as well. Send you back 8 seconds clear. Badabing is having a bad time of this. 48.3, 47.5, 47.0 fastest time on the medium tyre compared to Fack, whose fastest time is clearly quicker than the 46.6 that he's currently done in lap 12 and lap 11, almost identical times. So that's going to be very interesting. I'm very intrigued to see how that unfolds as we continue on through. Astro now into the pits off the soft tyres. So soft tyres for T-Bop at the start, and he's completed his requirements of driving 2 different compounds. I think Astro might be in the same boat here. Comes Mortal on T-Bop. Mortal 2/10 to a second back as they head into turn 1.
What a time to come back!
It's a perfect time to come back. Someone off the track there getting sorted for the blue flag. Mortal with a little bit of a switch to dive to the inside. Gets him. Gets him. Absolutely
unbelievable move there. Prentice, do an American accent for the next 3 minutes, and I'll give you a rating 1 through 10. I'm nowhere near drunk enough to do that. Maybe I'll practice later, mate.
Astro's pitted onto the medium tyre. So Astro and T-Bop have done their required set of tyres. So you have to use 2 different compounds of tyres. Can be any combination of tyres that they wish to do so. But they have to use at least a soft and a medium if they choose to go down that route, or any version of the soft.
I really like that setting that we got in Spec 3, the mandatory tyre change. It makes the strategies a lot more interesting than just having you need to use these 2.
Yeah. Don't want to spam softs till the end of time. Pretty much, which is what everyone else would have done, and actually almost happened to Mumu earlier on. He just spammed softs until the very last lap, and then pitted onto mediums because he didn't really.
Dump the medium.
Someone came in and was like, someone from his team came in. You're gonna do 2 compounds.
Like, mate, what are you doing? It's not worth the 1 minute penalty.
Yeah, Ant-Man currently is second ahead of Astro. They've made their first stop. Actually, T-Bop overtaken, obviously, by Mortal with the move that we saw in turn 4. Mortal actually cleared an entire second fairly quickly. Incredible, still 39 seconds ahead. If he went for a pit stop now, he would come out ahead of Mortal. Badabig is now 10 seconds off the back of Senor Thak.
What's the pit loss roughly then?
So if you're going and you're doing without tyres, I think the pit loss stands for somewhere between like 17 to 20 seconds. I think the overall fuel in that lasts somewhere in the region of about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, 'cause it was. I think it was 7 liters per second the fuel's on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite fast, so.
Back into for his first stop then. We'll go Klinger. We'll go for a Klinger update in a split second. We'll try to see back coming out here for his next car round. Where is he? I think he is. We'll see what everyone else is doing in a short period of time. So there you go. There's that.
Oh, here he is. He's well close, side by side, coming out of the pits. He's gonna have a look round the inside. Does it? I'm back. Is he gonna get past? Oh my word! Side by side, immediately coming out of the pits.
I'm back. Held that. That's what I was surprised about.
Oh my god!
He absolutely held that round the outside under an immense amount of pressure. He might have got benefited because Yupper's tires are all over the place, but Antbank holding that on the outside of turn 4 is pretty impressive. Tank going to the pits off the medium tyres. I'll have a look at the Klinger Beast situation now. 1 minute 30 off Matt. Oh yeah, we're not. He is now Matt, the guy in 12th, the American. We're not. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that 3 times. I'm saying that much. Yeah, but you know how we won the comment about
that's like me when I was doing my streams, and I thought I'd try the text-to-speech chat, so I didn't have to constantly look at it.
Don't do that.
Because like every single one of my mates get in, and it's just constant Kahoot names constantly. Somehow more distracting than just reading chat.
Yeah,
the rating was 1 to 10, and you managed to 0. How the fuck? Y'all, what are you talking about? Can't fucking do an American accent. I'm shit at accent. I could do an Australian one, but that's about it.
That did not sound Australian.
What are you talking about?
That sounded like yes.
I'm alright if I've had a couple drinks, but I mean it's 2 PM. Granted, I have just got back to uni, so no one could stop me.
Jesus Christ. Alright. T-Bop is on soft tyres, that's why he's catching up to the guys. He was on soft tyres, that's why he was catching up to Incredible. And that was Brummy. I thought it was Scouts, but you know.
Checking on a can of car. Sort of traumatized Danny boy with it.
But yeah, you know how we were talking earlier about the amount of people in the Mad Tears on Monday? Ross came in and said afterwards that we have 191 people signed up.
What?
We had 191 people signed up. That's not including the amount of people in eSports, I would like to point out. There are a large amount of people who are in eSports that don't do much.
There are a few people in this league. I'm surprised it's taken me this long to hear you guys.
But yeah, we've been steadily building it as we go along.
Just start taking shots every 10 minutes until the stint ends. I have done endurance racing comms while steaming before. Wouldn't recommend it. I'm pretty sure Jaeger's never going to allow me near Aero again. It was entertaining though.
Oh no. We aren't the best at advertising. That's because we barely advertise at all.
You barely advertise at all, and you've borderline got 10 lobbies.
Yeah.
What?
I will give Perry his credit. eSports did start putting a lot of things on for the Money League, but we have been just steadily growing. We've done Reddit. We did Reddit posting and that kind of thing, but
yeah,
we haven't really pushed social media or anything.
Yeah, we mainly advertise on Facebook, I think it is.
I say Hurricane did a number. He's just going through
Yeah.
tagging anybody,
Poaching anyone and anyone that joins his open lobbies. You do one race, he's somehow found you on every social media known to man, signed you up to 3 different leagues.
But yeah, okay, so Iggy into the pits now then, off the soft tyres. He was on the soft, everyone else was on the mediums at the front. So that's where the 43-second gap has come from. Well, a large portion of the 33-second gap, I guess. It was 24 when Attington left it. And look at those tyres barely hanging on for the 21 laps that he did. We'll see where he comes out. He should be out in front of everyone, to be honest with you. I don't really think there's much of a problem. T-Bop not really catching up more.
I think your Wi-Fi's shitting itself, by the way.
That's not good.
It might be worth resetting the share screen, or it might be mine.
No, it'll be mine because the stream was buffering and not that long.
Yeah.
I'll reset the share screen.
Seems to have fixed itself.
I'll reset anyway. There you go. That's yours.
Cheers,
Tank
Mark.
Pro right on the back of Matt then. A little bit of contact on the way through. Tank Pro on the inside, running it down the banking. More contact between the two. The Tank Pro should be able to get through on that one. Fairly straightforward. And Lost Track in second team, just losing on a couple of positions there.
Matt Debater's still having a look though. Surely you're not going to go for a move into the bus stop. He does back out a little bit there.
Oh, that might be a penalty. That might be a penalty.
Probably,
that is not good. You're going to get away with it. Nope, no he's not.
Oh, see, that's what I don't like about Daytona. It always waits ages before it actually gives you the penalty. It gets in your head thinking, oh, have I got away with that? Turns out, no, death penalty. There you go. You were on his arse, now you're going to be 7 seconds back.
Yeah, and well, Hills is not that far back there, trying to unlap himself. So, as I understand, I think Hills is 3 laps back. Klinger is... Actually, they might both be 3 laps back at the moment, and the rest 2 laps and so far and so forth. Hello, repeat. How's it going? We've got blue flags for X90G, and that is Mortal in the bright pink car behind it of Queen's Head eSports. So we'll see if X90G eventually moves out the way for him. He's currently got an 8-second advantage to Tank Pro as well. He tries to hunt down the Finnish driver currently in 9th. Looking through. T-Bop dropping to 3 seconds now behind Mortal. Mortal just starting to find a rhythm a little bit.
Pull away, we're right neck and neck when I came back. Bank still with that fastest lap. So, what's the fastest lap of the other stints? You don't know off the top of your head.
I know Platt did a 44.5 in stint 2. To put it in perspective, Platt somehow came in at tier 2 in this league. That was a mistake.
Yeah. I raced Platt quite a bit in open lobby. I say race Platt. I get slaughtered by Platt in open lobbies. He'll jump to the back. I'll be up front, and within 2 seconds he's already on my arse.
Yeah. He
absolute alien.
Went up on the first race, Incredible into the pits. Now someone else joined the pits as well. That is Klinger and X90G both in the pits. But yeah, he got promoted to tier 1 immediately after the first race of the season. Jill just said it was Jill came second there. That's that's why Jill.
Do you have a sort of like in-house rating system then to determine lobby splits? Because I know you do the evaluation lobby.
Yeah, so we have, well, trademark the data, I guess, is what you'll hear in the server a lot. We use that to base off who should be and where. Eval, yeah, the data, there you go. We base the evals of BX as generally a good judge of pace. So we let him do, because he usually does the evals, we let him decide roughly where they should be. It's not accurate all the time, but he's accurate more often than not. And then we do have our own rating system, so we have our own ELO system that everyone gets ranked on. The entire server just gets ranked on it.
Yeah, we've got our own Elo system at ZFS, and it works so good. It's much better than doing like a pre-qualifying for every league, which is
Yeah.
what some others do.
Yeah, we just have to do it for eSports because it's obviously teams and we don't know who bringing who to see them the season, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Senior Fax made his first stop onto soft tyres and just shied that 3/4 tank on the fuel gauge. So 14 seconds behind Badabig, hasn't actually pit yet. I think Fack will take that somehow. You going through?
Yeah, Fact should go ahead 14 seconds because it looks like he's also going to have to take quite a bit of fuel on.
Yeah, we got a
Bad a
lot.
bit.
We're only on lap 24 of 97, so we're not even an hour through this.
Oh yeah.
We're not even an hour through the session. So we're going to have a lot of this kind of idea going on. Oh, incredible pit, and he's out just ahead of Mortal, so we might have some fighting. So we are actually going to go find. We're going to watch this for just a little bit, see if Mortal can develop any sort of attacking threat to VRT.
Yeah. I mean, that Viper is just going to shoot off into the distance on the banking, so it's going to be in the infield that he's going to have to try and make it up in that vantage. He does seem to be. He's gained, it was like 9/10 coming out of the pits, down to just 6 now, but look at the exit that Incredible gets. Look at that gap, shoot right back up.
Yeah, over the 6/10 for the second mark. Mortal will get the slipstream to catch him again later on, well, in this banking here, and we'll see if that's going to take hold. It's slowly but surely taking hold, not really doing an awful lot into the bus stop. You don't want to make a move into the bus stop chicane anyway, that's how disasters happen. Or,
Yeah.
Oh,
Never mind.
You can have the disaster happen anyway.
Yeah.
Also works, I guess. Also, Mortal's about to pit. Look at the fuel gauge.
Oh. So it's not really a battle on track, but we can pretend it is anyway.
Yeah, for now it will be. Until Mortal gets around this next corner and joins the pit lane. Well, actually, they're actually going for one more. Mortal is the designated driver when it comes to knowing how to save fuel. Like,
Yeah.
there are times where some of us can do, for example, if it, just let's say Monday stint was 16 laps, he'd do 80. Just because he can.
It's not faster half the time, it's just doing it for the love of the game.
The other Tier 2 driver was demoted from Tier 1 this season after basically every person that drove eSports decided to join Monday. So he's going to put his trade in Tier 2. That starts on Monday as well. So we've got a lot of GT coming up in the next few days, and I hope everyone is going to be around for it. It's going to be a fun time!
Did you stream the Tier 1 races?
So Tier 1 gets streamed live. Everyone else's streams get everyone else's tier gets streamed later on in the week. So that everyone had their own commentator. Every tier had their own commentator that does it based on their own schedule, basically. And then I'll do eSports live on a Sunday. Lobby A. Yeah, through Mortal needs to get a better exit now. Incredible not sliding all over the place, so it should benefit Mortal here. Tank Bro is also there trying to unlap himself. I don't know how much he's going to be able to do that. We'll see if Mortal's going to bump draft or try and go for a move.
My team is, but I highly doubt I'll be in the fastest 3 of them. I might make an appearance in Lobby C once, but I doubt it.
Mortal into the pits, then off the medium tyres. Lobby B and Lobby C are treated the same, by the way, so it's just Lobby A that's separating the top 15 and so forth and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some absolute crazy drivers.
Aliens,
you'll
yeah.
See them you'll see them tomorrow. To put it into perspective, I don't have to say much about Moo Moo, the World Series driver. We have said basically everything I can say about him by this point. But
I'm in BFS, mate. But yeah, I do come from the ZFS community.
Yeah, that team just they got 1,000 points last season. They just blitzed everybody. Yeah,
VTech FS.
your stewardship job does start tomorrow, Jill. You have had the 4 weeks off. back to
We'll
the
get someone to murder someone then, so he's got a job.
Incredible's 3.5 seconds ahead of T-Bot. It's Tank Bro there that's in with him, so the more they fight, the more T-Bot will be happy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What tire is this Tank Bro on?
Tank Bro is on. Let's have a look. It's on the soft tire at the moment.
Ooh.
So Incredible is gonna have to do a little bit of defending here. We'll go and have a look at Incredible's tires just in case. Just after we see if Tank Bro can make a move. Dive to the inside. Get it going.
Come on, Tank.
Get it. Get it. There's no switchback opportunity there in the slightest.
No, what a move.
It's a move to try and unlap himself, but he'll take it nonetheless. You take the small wins you can get when you're that far back in an endurance race.
Yeah.
You'll T-Bop there further back, so the problem for T-Bop there is that now Incredible doesn't have any sort of problems to fight with, so he's just gonna start driving without much issue, and T-Bop now has to match his times. And through Senor Fak is 28 seconds ahead about it. What the?
What? We blinked. What happened?
Why is I know Badabig just pit. He just pit on lap 20. He just pit on lap 26. So he had just pit. Maybe he pit twice.
Yeah. No, it looks like he's gone from empty to full on the tank.
Oh yeah.
And maybe he had a bit of damage that we missed. That could have made the stop a bit longer.
I'd say the last time we saw it was about 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Now 28.
But now we've done this thing called blink.
Yeah.
And it's 28.
Yeah, well, if you send your fact, if you lost track in racing, this Stint probably couldn't have started any better for you. Unless Iggy somehow disconnects in the middle of this and then it gets a lot better.
It's like that thing when Spec 3 first came out, where it just kicked the leader from a race at certain tracks. I think Daytona was one of them that was affected.
I was about to say, we got lucky in that. It had been largely moved out the way. We had found a roundabout fix for it for one of our Monday League races, and then by the time we got back to the second one, it had been pretty much stamped out. So we got away with it.
It was a nightmare when running open lobbies and the leader gets kicked and it's just like a full lobby, it's just been like wiped.
Yeah, it's 30 seconds now, and Badabig is not having a fun time here in the slightest. And he's just come out the pits. He needs to get something going, and he needs to get something going quickly, because before this gets too big of a gap for FGR to close back up. I think Attigren did the first 4 hours of the race, and he did it ill as well.
Wow.
And he got him within 24 seconds in that second stint, and now it is falling by the wayside very quickly. To put it into perspective, when we did Spa at the end of... we've done one of these before, it's what spawned the series. So we did the 12 hours of Spa, it was roughly the end of last year, I think it was October time.
Yeah.
By the end of the race, there was only one team on the lead lap. To start this race, at the end of the first stint, everyone was on the lead lap. That was not the case when we did Spa. So we had the impression that everyone was going to be a little bit quicker.
Yeah, this is considering how like this is like coming up to hour 4, right?
Yeah. Well, this is hour 5.
The gaps aren't that big as you'd have thought they would be. Like, there's still quite a few people that are close to each other, got battles for positions going on.
Yeah, talk about that. Team up within 3 seconds again, so he's just starting to get things going. The problem is, after this stint, we're 7 hours in. The problem for T-Bop is that he's matching Incredible. He's not catching him. That's the difference. That's the problem for TVG right now.
I mean, that gap was coming down. Oh my god.
I was about to say, let's get a replay on that. I think that was a penalty potentially for Mortal. It was a penalty for Mortal.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll just allow for Antbank just to steal that position away from Queen's Head then. So Antbank is on a mission at the moment. You'll just see the penalty there. So Antbank is on a mission. He's got himself back up, got his team back up in the 7th. They started in 9th. Obviously Perry DC'd and they're a long way back now. But I think Nova they've been interesting because the first driver, Alien that had their first driver held, well, within 30 seconds of Mumu and Jensen, and was on the back of Keto, who currently currently in the team with the car that's leading the race. So that's the difference between the first and second stint for Nova. That second stint did not go well in the slightest.
Yeah, on DG Edge, Antbank's #1 in Thailand.
You can see he's got pace. He is putting that. Yeah. He's putting it down. That's a certain.
Very fast driver.
We'll see if he can continue that. He's got 16 seconds to Astro, so that he's just going to be lining him up, I think, one by one, trying to get himself as close to that top 5 as he possibly can get. Team Up is just starting to eat into Incredible's time again. 47.6 on the last lap, 47.4 for Incredible, so 7/10 of a second came out of VES's time. It's just a little bit worrying now if you're VRT. Well, if you're VES, I guess they don't raise on the VRT banner in this league. That's going to confuse me a lot. In multiple sessions, they're in eSports as well, so I'm going to see that a lot.
Yeah. I've done that before, like, got confused between different leagues because all the drivers are the fucking same.
Yeah. Go through and see how everything is just going. Iggy has a 45 second advantage to Senor Fax. So that gap isn't extending very far. Don't forget that Senor Fax started on a medium tyre. Iggy has to go to a medium tyre at some point. So that you would expect the gap to start swaying the other way again at some point in this stint. We're not even a third of the way through.
Oh, just about to say that. Jesus Christ, I'm not even a third of the way for this much actions happened already. Didn't you say there was 6 Vipers?
I think it was 6 Vipers, 4 Aston Martins or something of that nature, and then there was one of a few other cars. There's only 2 cars with multiple uses, basically. That's the big thing to take away from that. T-Bop dropped about 6 or 7 tenths of a second there. Incredible. Not really going quicker. It's more T-Bop making a mess of lap 30 there.
Yeah, 47.5. Something must have happened there. It's not quite as far down to a bit of penalty. Must have just a bit of a slide, managed to correct it. The Viper is diabolical here, yeah, even I could do running open lobbies in the Viper.
Yeah, it's 15 seconds back now, so he is literally just shredding time as they go along, but of course Astro is on the medium tyre. Yeah, Astro is on the medium tyre, so you have to take that into account later on.
It does get a point though where the softs drop off to the point where the mediums are faster, and it's sort of trying to work out where that point is because it's different for each car.
Yeah, from what we've seen in the first couple of stints, that crossover point seems to coincide with that 50% mark, so you get down to probably actually about where Antbank is on his car at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, he's still doing very consistent 45s. Very nice lap times from him.
Very good job of what he's doing right now. The 3 laps ago on those tires did 45.2. So he is very much just shredding people's time at the moment. We'll see if he's going to be able to continue in that vein. Out of curiosity, what time is that compared to Iggy? 45.181. So he's like maybe like a tenth or so behind Diggy on some of these laps. He is really pushing them, pushing his car as much as he can get right now.
Mm.
See what's going on. Is there anything else going on further backwards? AHR Hill is still 22.3. That's been a very stable gap from the word go, pretty much. That gap back.
Was there any penalties in that, any incidents, or is that just pace?
They both started with the massive DC penalty, so they were on the change, and then AHR Hill made an extra pit stop, I believe.
Right.
Because he pitted on lap 4. So.
Oh yeah, he did.
It'll be one of those. I reckon that's where the gap has come from. Matt is in the literal definition of no man's land right now. There is no one anywhere near him.
Good, perfect clean air. Get his head down. Get some really nice laps out.
It's very much getting rid of that, because we need to do that every time we've got a replay. Is there any sort of fight whatsoever? Mortal just getting
otherwise, it just constantly flashes in your face that you need to refuel. Like, mate, I'm commentating.
Yeah.
The guy that I'm spectating's got a full tank. Shut up.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. eSports a little bit more difficult because you're doing replays every 30 seconds to an overtake, but
yeah,
here in the endurance races, everyone is very much separated by this point. It becomes a lot more difficult. Yeah, T-Bop is just dropping off quite heavily off the back of Incredible now, and that's back over 3 seconds. So Incredible survived the little bit of an onslaught there from TVG. See how long they can deal with that for.
Comedy genius here. What's the gap to Project Platypus? Project Platypus is searching for the tri-state area at the moment. We will get back to you in about 2 hours on that, but 8.5 minutes I think they said the penalty would be.
Yeah, 8.5 minutes. I got that confirmation from Ross. I think Ross is still in this chat. But if you want to ask any questions related to the rules in particular, 8.5 minutes is where they're going to start off the back of the leader. Bearing in mind.
Tri-state network connection.
Could probably drive, somehow still be in the state of Florida. Sadly, America, he'd still be in the state of America, still be staying in Florida.
The state of America,
yeah?
Yeah,
the state of America. Damn it. You can tell it's been a long day, hasn't it?
Yeah, man, is he only going to get more unhinged? I'll be surprised if you don't go mentally insane doing commentary for 12 hours straight. Hats off.
It's beautiful. I love it. I love doing commentary, honestly. I do a
same.
Of the commentary of this league in particular. I've got my own Monday tier to commentate. I do the eSports on a Sunday. And I do these whenever we did the first one. Ross did every single stint for the first 12 hours race that we did in Spa. I did every stint bar one because I raced in it. So I didn't go well. It rained at Spa and it stopped raining as we went on the track, and it was not a fun time. Yeah. The reason I do commentary, I would say I wouldn't race, but I'm actually the most experienced person in the server.
Yeah, I wouldn't race, but I've been racing since the beginning of time. I'm just shit.
Astro into the pits off the medium tyres then. Ambank will get that position for now. Yeah, I know you remember my crash NTO. It was immediately after me slandering Spin's god awful.
See, that's why I never want to do an event where I commentate and like an endurance race where I do one driving stint and one commentary stint. So I know damn well I sorted spin and take the absolute piss out of them and then do the exact mistake on like one of my stints.
That's funny enough exactly what I did. It was literally lap one. It was lap one down at Puyon. I just outbroke myself and just could not stop. I was on slicks, by the way. The track on the outside on my side is obviously going to be wet. So I just straight lined it.
That's pretty much me every time I ever try and do Puyon. Don't know what it is about Spa, I can just never get that track down.
Yeah, I don't like the AstroTurf. If a track is AstroTurf, I hate it. That's just definitive.
Yeah.
There you go. If it has
Like it's a racetrack, not a football pitch.
Yeah. I do not need AstroTurf to slow down my car.
Yeah, if I'm gonna make the mistake, either shag me into gravel, shag me into some grass, or shag me into a wall.
But yeah. Also, they wanted to see what Klinger's doing. Klinger has actually closed the gap on that by about 9 seconds, I think that is. Just dropped down to a minute flat, actually, between him and 12th place. So he is slowly gaining on Hills. Why am I racing in the AstroTurf? Well, you have to try and take the entire track, and sometimes it just lands there.
Yeah. It's usually faster to stay on the tarmac, but you never know if you don't try it. I mean, it's green. Green means go. So it should be faster.
Have you not seen some of the faster drivers in this, right? You'll look earlier on, you'll look at Platt, and you'll look at eSports racers down the line where you'll see Mumu and Jensen. They literally just use the entire length of the track every single time, regardless of what the track's doing. So
yeah, we're used to running grip reduction on low, so we're used to being able to use a lot more of the track, and then we go to do the eSports qualifying. It's unreal, and we're like, why are we constantly spinning? What's going on?
You're driving the track like the track is actually there.
Yeah.
I actually had to message. I messaged Chris on that one because I'm convinced in their eSports qualifying they did not start with downforce tuning. It was.
Yeah, we were practicing with it, but we've never run it before, so we just started qualifying and jumped straight into it. Because we still have a couple of people that use PS4s, where we don't allow people to quit to the pits in qualifying. But I mean, if you got downforce tuning, you can't really do that without quitting to the pits.
Yeah, pretty much. You make some alterations, get back out there. That's why we gave people 25 minutes to figure it out. That looked like Iggy may have just lapped another car. That is Iggy lapping T-Bot because we're not having enough people lap today, apparently. That man now mocks. Everyone outside of the top 4 had now been lapped, and Incredible's right there.
So it's going to be almost the podium that hasn't been lapped soon. Yeah. Iggy is on a charge. Incredible's started to hear some boss music.
I would like to point out...
I thought that was a Cadbury's livery for a second, or am I just hungry?
You're hungry. You're hungry. It's Aero GT Purple. It's one of the branches, I guess, of Aero GT. You'll see them around. They're basically this server's eSports team.
Yeah, I figured.
So, you see, we put Hurricane in charge of it.
Yeah, I know.
That was a good choice, honestly. Honestly, good choice. I'm back into the pits. He's off well, I assume onto another set of softs. Coming out 13 seconds off the back of Astro. Ripper's into the pits now as well. Tank Bro after that is on the first banking, 46 seconds back, so we've got a long way to try and figure out. Actually hasn't long since pit himself. So he might actually be able to go after Yipper pretty much straight away out of this pit. We'll wait and see. X90G also trying to get himself involved, but not long away from his actual pit stop there with that tyre wear. Of course, the only Peugeot VGT in the lobby up to this point.
Brave choice.
Gotta change.
Up to this point, yeah. So one of the Viper guys is just gonna change into like a Group 4 car.
We're only in hour 6. You'd think I know the card by now. Matt Debater, it's 37 seconds off the back of X90G, and Klinger is a minute off the back of that. I was about to say hour, like we like in a real life race minute there.
Yeah, yes, there's an hour gap between them.
If they end up with an hour gap, someone somewhere has gone very wrong.
Yeah.
I also do not
what we're going to do is we're going to put a Victorian shroud in the car, and then we're going to disconnect. And we're going to do that for all 6 stints.
Even then, I think
Come
you'd only
at
get
me.
like a 15-minute difference. I think it would genuinely be quicker to DC every single stint, to be completely honest with you. VRT Incredible now has the blue flags, which means Iggy is inbound. That's a good sign for him. They play the Jaws music, I guess. It's real. We're about to have everyone outside of the top 3 lapped.
Already. We're not even halfway through the race yet.
You gotta figure out that there is a year behind. Well, an hour behind, if I said a year. But it's also... Yeah, that's bad. I'm not even going to debate that. One thing you will learn, right? If you haven't watched a race of me doing comms before, I like to I like to put a lot of hyperbole into commentary.
I'm just clueless half the time, to be honest.
I like to put
There's a reason why I get called a dodgy fire stick sometimes, because like my commentary is always 1 to 2 minutes behind what's actually happening on track.
Right. It was a joke. Okay. No, you see, that sounds like something I would say making a joke. That's why I thought it was something I said.
A year behind? Yeah, that's probably something I said.
T-Bop's gone on to soft tyres, send you back into the pits. We actually have now set a new record for most people watching at the same time in an ALR stream. I see a number 54 at the bottom of my screen, so that's the new highest as far as I'm aware. Actually, correction, I see a number 65. Where the hell did people just come from?
What the fuck?
Hold on a minute. What the hell happened there? For those wondering, I have the little bit in the bottom. I left the comments on the bottom left, the bottom right hand side of my screen. When I do the stream for the PS5, it showed up when people do join and not the number. Yeah, I just saw the number 65, and that is well and truly a record.
Yeah.
Don't have to second guess that one.
I think a couple of us festive jumped in now. It's nice to see the support on the stream.
Yeah.
I take full responsibility for this.
We've got
First stream immediately break an ALR record, and they're all gone. We're down to 52 again.
Also, I'd like to point out, Incredible got Iggy right on the back of him now. We'll watch this.
Yeah.
We'll watch this battle. Iggy's on the back of this. I would like to now point out that Bada Big is only 12 seconds up the road.
Oh, God.
It is going... well, I think Iggy could probably put on cruise control right now and be fine. I'd like to point out that Senor Vac, they must have obviously pit, not so long since pit for Senor Vac and for Bada Big as well, potentially.
Incredible's 11 seconds up. The Senor Vac's only like 18 seconds up. We could see by the end of this stint, Iggy lapped the entire fucking grid.
You know what? Being Iggy, that would not be too surprising. He goes to the inside!
Ooh! That was brave. That was brave, but he got it done. Unbelievable move from Iggy there.
I think that was almost a late choice just to get him out, get through on Incredible. Not that he's gonna lose any time. There's not that much time to lose at this point, but yeah, Incredible was just staying to his line and making Iggy overtake him rather than anything else, and actually giving Iggy a bit of a bump draft. From a commentary point of view, can you not?
Yeah.
He doesn't need any
Might
more
as well give us some action.
Oh! He almost dropped it. Look at the rear tyre. It's gonna come in at the end of the lap. Look at the rear tyre for Iggy here.
Well, I mean, who needs tyres anyway?
It's gonna be a little bit of a struggle here for Iggy on this final lap, I reckon, and then obviously he's going to give all that time back to Senor Vac, so we'll drop back below a minute. So we'll see how that plays out. Iggy is still ahead of Incredible. Incredible, obviously, on the medium tires right now, and there's a long way to go before his pit stop.
Doing quite well on them mediums, to be honest. You'd have expected them to be a bit slower than they are.
He's held it down. It's interesting to see that he's doing 47 zeros on a medium tire, and his soft tire times are not that much quicker than that.
Yeah.
As someone who drives and had that exact same problem.
No, it's better to have that than be me and somehow in some cars be faster on mediums than softs. And I don't know how I do it. But I have had like a race before where I was faster on the mediums.
Yeah, I've not had that before. I can safely say that. I've done 300 races in this league. I've not had that one. But yeah, it's been a long time. We've been going for...
oh, there goes Iggy in the pits.
Yeah.
Tyres are certified fucked.
He's also got barely any fuel, so we'll see what he elects to do here. Whether or not, don't forget, he's still got to go to a medium tyre at some point, albeit we're not that far away from the middle point of the race. Yeah, true. We do a bunch of things anyway. We do 2 different races. So we actually do have to have a race on sprint tyres, on a sprint setting. So we do on a Monday. We do a 15-minute race to start with, which is sprint. It's just soft to the end. Unless you're Watkins Glen in a BMW, then good luck.
Yeah.
That also works. But yeah, most of the time that's the scenario. So Iggy's pit now.
Gone back onto softs, and T-Baps came out just ahead of him.
I was about to say, so T-Bob's unlapped himself, Mortal's unlapped himself, and Incredible has unlapped himself as well. The problem for T-Bob and Mortal is he's there. Literally right there.
Yeah. Fresh softs, Iggy behind you.
Yeah.
Boss music playing.
I think he's one of 2 people in the server that has a 10-time champion role.
Jesus.
So, yeah. At one point, when he moved to WRC, we actually retired his number with that.
Is that good you retired the number?
Yeah. It's been unretired since because he handed it off to someone else, but that is something we did, and whenever people who get 10 titles retire, we kind of made it a tradition.
Are there any bloody numbers left with how many people race with you?
Yeah, 999, everyone's fine. Also, yeah. Oh, Astro's left!
No!
That's not good. Everyone's still fine. Stream's still up and everything, right? It's not my internet, I don't think.
Yeah, it's not your fault. Yeah.
It's Iggy.
Because you said stream's still up.
Yeah. No, it's still going.
Wait.
No, we're still live. I don't know why it causes a momentary drop of connection. Don't know. Everything should be fine. Nothing's on the Ethernet cables or anything like that, so...
yeah, it's as I said, it's because it heard you chat shit.
Yeah. I was about to say, my Ethernet cable is just like...
Yeah.
No.
How about fuck you?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, I saw the buffering. But for everyone's reference, I have multiple screens in my room. I have the stream on a big screen TV at the top of it that's mounted on my wall. I am watching at the same time, so I know what's going on.
Yeah, I've got it up on my laptop next.
But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't my fault that you got DC'd, because then we may actually have to figure out what we're doing.
Yeah, I'd say we just give everyone an 8-minute penalty.
Just cancelled out. Grid start the next race. Whoever DC'd lasted on pole.
I mean, Platypus would be buzzing at that.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, I think Aero GT, well, T3 actually for Astro would also be buzzing now that they've got an 8.5 minute penalty to boot.
Yeah. Is it not the earlier that you disconnect, the bigger your penalty
Nope,
is?
it's max time.
Oof.
Max time.
Francis is watching porno on the second screen. Fuck her.
Oh god. Oh, Badabic's only 12 seconds ahead of Incredible again. I'm not entirely sure how this is working out, but he is actually Incredible's actually lapping quicker, which is fairly interesting given that Incredible's got worse tires than Badabic. He has got a lot less fuel, but he is on worse tires.
Yeah. He will have to come in very shortly.
Badabic's been incredibly underwhelming in this session, to be completely honest with you, in that Lexus. Maybe it's not Badabic being underwhelming, but Artigren was actually just driving like a madman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure which one it is. I guess once we'll...
He's not being underwhelming, he's just in an absolute alien lobby.
I mean, we're going through, like, FGR still have to bring over in, Vigo's doing a stint at the very least, and they've got another driver in that usually does the endurance races with them, so I can imagine that the A team is still the comp for FGR. Badabic's just got to keep them, well, within arm's length, and I think they'd rather that within arm's length be, well, somewhat under a minute. Hasn't really done up to this point. Incredible into the pitch now then. There is a blue flag, which means Iggy is now on the back of Maul. Let's have a look. We're going to get a wide shot here. There he is.
Found him.
You can't miss the purple car, and the purple car fighting the pink car. Well, that's a colour
Yeah,
clash
kind of hard to miss.
There we go, Iggy to the inside. And Mortal just lets him go. And that's Iggy up.
How dare you be safe?
How dare you respond to blue flags? God damn it, Mortal. No, it's well driven there by Mortal to respond to the blue flags. We've already had one blue flag incident today with Platt. Funny enough, in that purple car currently at the front of the screen. But yeah, he was very much got damage on the rear. Him, Slider Rules, and I think it was Burger Rods were the three involved in that incident. All three received damage at the back of their car. So,
Oof.
You know, I had to go and fix that. Platt got away with it. That's why where we at. So, team up 3.5 seconds off the back of Mortal. And Incredible is now playing... Funny enough, Incredible is now playing catch-up on T-Bop. So roles have now been reversed between those two. We'll see if Incredible had a little bit more success.
What's T-Bop's tyres and fuel looking like?
Softs and half tank compared to Incredible. Incredible's gone full tank, so I reckon he's going to look to try and go into lap 60 something before he looks to pit again.
Prentice say purple in Australia. Oh god, here we go again. Watch me just become Brummy again, people. Yeah, exactly.
That's Scouse. I refuse to believe anyone else. That was Scouse.
No, more.
That was Scouse. Oh god.
It's just a very easy accent to mimic, so it just, whenever I don't know how to do the accent, it just becomes scarce.
The second part of it was a scarce. The first part was. That's okay. That's just. Jesus. Gee, that's one of the times. Badabig got a half-second penalty now.
The impression was that shit, it transferred onto track.
Bus stop chicane penalty, almost certainly there. He's 40 seconds ahead of Mortal. I can't see that gap being overturned anytime soon. 47.8 on the last lap. I can imagine that you're going to have a few drivers doing a little bit quicker than that. Iggy passed Mortal, so Iggy has lapped the top 4 again. Update P9 through P13. Okay, sure. Tank Bro is 54 seconds ahead of X90G, so X90G is pitted relatively recently. That was on lap 41 that he pit. Tank Bro is also 1.8 seconds behind Yupper, which was 12 seconds the last time we visited this. So Tank Bro has made a lot of inroads into that top 8. We'll go through that. Antbag is also 13 seconds off the back of Incredible, so he's well and truly figuring it out. Matt Debater is 1.1 seconds off the back of X90G. You can see the Peugeot VGT and the Ford GT looking their way around the final bend there. It's not quite slipstream range, but it won't be too far away. Klinger is 1 minute and 36 seconds off the back and is about to be lapped by Antbank. And Hills has gained about 4 seconds on the back of Klinger. Klinger not long since pit. Matt is actually about to pit. Well, that was well timed. That's very well timed. All the strategies are going to have to shake themselves out later on, so not an awful lot of things we can say for certain at the moment, I don't think.
I think I only heard of this event because I saw an AHR practice lobby for it.
Word of mouth is good. Yeah, word of mouth is very good in these kind of things. Those lobbies attract a decent amount of people, especially the open lobbies that have been going recently.
Yeah, I love the open lobbies. Should be able to run it myself now again, because...
Well, that's...
Oh!
Okay, so, thank you, Astro. It wasn't my internet. My internet just decided to absolutely mess up at the same time you did.
Yeah.
That was just purely coincidental that it was an overheat. Oh, that is gonna... Yeah, I was about to say that you're gonna have to go and get that cleaned.
Take the panels off, mate. Get like some canned air also, just spray it to shit.
Yeah, I don't know if
they're relatively easy to clean actually, PS5. So I've done mine a couple of times.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was the first time when mine was overheating. So I paid 65 quid for it. I learned that lesson quickly.
Yeah, my T300 kept on overheating, and I got to the point where I literally just said, fuck it, unscrewed the case, topped it off, got a giant fan on it. So my wheel looks a bit Frankenstein because the case has just been taken off to stop it overheating. But I mean, it works. It's not a issue since.
If it works, it works at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Also, Tank Bro has cleared Yuppie. He is now into 8th. That's good news there for AHR. I think that is the second of the AHR teams, because I'm going to get confused, because delivery don't look that... Oh, that's a penalty. You might have to get that place back straight away. I'm going to get a little bit confused between the two. I know the livery colours are inverted, but I don't know which one. It took a while to figure out which one's which. But yeah, the white and black is the second group, and the red and white is the first group. Okay.
Yeah, white and black usually is what AHR runs, so I think it's the other one that's inverted.
Oh, here we go. Yupper to the inside, looking for the place back. They're going to go side by side in the chicane. Tank Bro out the inside line in the 4. He might have gone a little bit too deep. The switchback is open. The switchback is very open. Is he going to hold it? Is Yupper going to hold it? This would be impressive. This would be absolutely incredible.
Side by side.
But he hasn't.
Tank Bro just about gets ahead. But Yupper's right on the attack still. Breathing down his neck 3 times, but it does look like that Tank Bro's got ahead. Absolutely sensational racing. 5.5 hours into this race.
If Yupper had actually nailed that inside, that switch back to the inside, you'd have been seeing that in probably an ALR. We've said this a couple of times, but ALR overtakes the month may have had that one in it. That would have been.
Brilliant way to advertise. Just post the shit ton of those overtakes online.
Yeah, I'd say we do that kind of thing every month now. It's been a relatively new thing. Do it as a YouTube short. Actually, the new one should not be that far away from going up. We voted on it the other day. So yeah, the up is now over 1 second. All that, and it's already 1 second back. That sucks. They're hoping a little bit more race than that. They're all both a minute behind Antbank, who is.
See you, Speed Ace. Thanks for jumping in chat.
Antbank is very much clear. Antbank is closing down on Incredible and T-Bot, by the way. Is it possible that despite starting 9th, Antbank might end in the top 4?
He could. I mean, looking at the pace difference, depending on when he plans on using the mediums, if he plans on using them for an entire stint at all, if he just dumps them for like a couple of laps. What is the gap in total? So we've got 9.4 to Incredible, 3.8. Mortal's come in, and T-Block was relatively close to Mortal as well.
Yeah, it was about 4 seconds before the pit stop there. So I reckon it's somewhere just about the 20-second mark is probably where he's looking
20-second odds. He could do it.
He's already closed that gap down, and we're just over halfway in the actual race itself. So like, I could actually say halfway in the actual race itself now, and almost halfway through the 5th hour, or halfway through the 6th hour, if I can count. That would be nice. But yeah, it's going through at the moment. He's just starting to make a move back through, because their first driver ended them in 4th for about 10th of a second off the back of Keto, now being manned by Iggy. And then obviously the second stint was not kind, and now Antbank is just starting to drive it back just a little bit. I wonder if Incredible needs to pit 1 time less than T-Bop and company. I wonder if that's the strategy that Incredible's gone for. Because there's a few people on the soft tire right now, and he's on the medium tires again. That would be that's his second set of medium tires. So I assume he's going to try and go at least 1 stint lower than basically everyone else. That's going to be fairly interesting. And for the first time, we actually see Klinger without a minute before to the car in front. Look at that. Klinger into 55 seconds behind Matt DeBater, as he can try and cut that down. And Hild is actually cutting into Klinger Beast slowly but surely as well. The gap to the back are fairly large at this point in time. Antbank is 7.4 off the back of Incredible. Incredible 4.3 off the back of T-Bop. And then 40 seconds the advantage to Bada Big in 3rd. And then 37 seconds between Bada Big and Senor Fat. That gap has just gone backward the entire time for Bada Big. I really... Also, Senor Fat is catching Iggy ever so slightly. It was 44 the last time we saw it. It is 40 now.
Oh, wow, yeah. I just have to give someone the eSports settings.
That's fair. But yeah, it's 40 seconds now. It's slowly but surely coming back Senor Fat's way, but we'll see how much he can truly dent that gap by the end of this race. 45.9, it's a pretty good lap for Senor Fat. 45.5 is his fastest so far. That's about 0.4 of a second and some change off of the fastest lap of the entire lobby. Which is still with Antbank, by the way.
Yeah, that was relatively early into the stint that he set that lap, but he's just been pumping 45 after 45 out like a machine, Antbank is.
Yeah, he absolutely is. That 1.6.
And he definitely is catching up to Incredible.
Oh yeah, and he's doing it with
Servers are more stable than Ferrari fans. Humour based on my pain, I love it.
We've got there's a few Ferrari fans in here. That's a certain in the channel. It's I won't say fun because that'll be mean, but it is quite funny to see them week to week.
Well, I mean, we are tied for the WDC at the moment. We've scored the maximum amounts of points in 2026 so far. It could be our year.
Oh god. It's starting to sound like certain football teams that I knew for 30 years.
Yeah.
No naming names at all in the slightest. If I start naming names, I'm going to have Liverpool fans on the back of me.
Oh no.
Ant Bank is just closing in. Look, 46.1 on the last lap, 46.9 for Incredible. That might actually be up there with one of the quickest laps Incredible's managed to put together, and is again on a medium tyre.
Yeah.
He's
just gone for
pit.
did see he was blue there. Incredible, didn't catch by how much. Yeah, Big in the pits, Tank Bro in the pits as well.
He is slowly but surely trying to catch T-Bop. He's just in and out of rhythm at the moment for Incredible. It's a little bit confusing. I want to see people go forward. Oh, there you go. By half a tenth on his best lap so far. And it's 6.3 seconds to Ant back further back. That gap is continuously just shortening down every single second you can get.
No. Oops, sorry, mate.
Having fun with them about that. Big got 100% fuel on another medium tyre. He is out about 3 seconds ahead of T-Bop at the moment, who's not long away from his own pits, who's come out just ahead of Tank Bro. Not for long.
Come out ahead of Tank Bro, and he just goes flying past. What's T-Bop going to do about this, though? Because he is...
he's going to struggle.
A lap ahead?
He is a lap ahead. No, you're right. And the blue flags aren't going to take much of an effect because Tank Bro is very clearly quicker at this point in time. But I would more like to point out that he was 4 seconds ahead. That gap is now less than 30.
Oh, no.
So everything that happened in the first couple of corners there did not help T-Bop in any way, shape, or form. I was promised T-Bop would crash into the... Yeah, I was promised I could start calling it Tommy's wall, but he hasn't done it yet.
In Hurricanes lobby the other day, it was like before the race started, and you were like doing the sort of qualifying thing that open lobbies have. Amsterdam let me past to try set a lap, and I just immediately hit the invisible T1 wall and took us both out.
That'll do it. That will do it. You got 3 seconds is back up over the 3 second mark for Incredible now. This is, I guess, what would be the infuriating part for Incredible right now. Because every single time it looks like he's just starting to put something together, it doesn't happen. It started going the other way. He was only 0.4 of a second quicker than a 48. At that point, you've got to be better than that. You just can't. You've got to be in the 46s realistically here if you want to keep together in the lobby. Send you back into the pit now then.
Yeah.
The gap was 1 minute 17 to Big.
I swear fucking Big for fighting at the start of this thing. How is it 1 minute 17?
Big admittedly did pit a couple of laps ago. So that's where the extra 30 seconds has come from, but obviously that's going to get given back to Senor back now. And Big is currently fighting Tank Bro, as Tank Bro looks on lap in
Tank Bro is on a charge.
Tank Bro is trying to do the same thing that Antbag is doing further forward. FGR's the target. Tank Bro just looking. I wouldn't go now. I wouldn't go now.
Yeah, he had a vague sniff there.
He's chose not to. I have to actually think of not the next place in. It's not the position of the fight for you. Is into the pit now then.
That might have been a bit too much for Tank Bro. Has he got away with it? Looks like he did.
Yeah.
Going high on the banking, Big's defending that, keeping it low on their mediums.
going to be a
Is it
problem.
tank broken though? Is he going to try flick it around the outside of turn 1? We've seen it done before here. Is there neck and neck across the line? Oh, go on!
Go on! Go on, Tank Bro!
Tank dives down the inside. What a move!
He stuck it. He actually stuck it.
How the fuck did he get that stopped?
He actually stuck it. He got it stopped and everything.
Thank you, fucking legends.
Bada Big just got sold. He just got sold a massive dummy all the way to the outside. Bada Big let up just a little bit. And then Tank Pro just ducks and knocks it down on the floor.
I go down the inside now. Good luck, everybody else.
Someone get a clip of that, please. Wow. What a move. What a move that I've not seen anybody do that before.
Yeah, I've seen people make it stick around the outside, but I've never seen someone pull a dummy that well off, break about 7 light years after the person ahead and still somehow get it stopped. Incredible is proper catching up to T-Bop. He'll be in slipstream range in a lap or two, but he does have to pit T-Bop. Incredible's, as his tyres looking, I've already forgot. He's looking fine,
yeah. I'd say not long since pit. I say not long since pit. That is very descriptive. He pit at least a dozen laps ago at this point.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm losing all track of time. It's all blending into one.
I mean, you have been commentating for about 6 hours straight now.
I would like to point that Antbank is now 3 seconds off the back of him. I would also like to point out that Antbank's tyres are all over the place and he's about to pit.
Antbank's 3 seconds behind. Never mind, here he comes in the pits.
He has got a lot more fuel than T-Bop though. Does so in theory should about 5 or 6 seconds of a gap should probably come down at least a couple seconds there.
Yeah, should be able to shave a second off if they both go to full. Because you think it's 7% that it's that much of a difference that you gain a second.
At least gain a second, at least. If they both go to full, you've also got to remember that are they both in the same car? They are both in the same car.
Oh,
I was about to say maybe the cars are different as well, and that will affect the fueling times, but they're in the same car, so it's straight.
81, and Antbank decides to go to full.
And I think it might be a medium tyre going on the end of that car, is it? No, it's not.
Oh, no,
I'm surprised it's a full tank and a soft. That's not something we see very often. Also, the Incredible has gone through the first sector of his lap and is currently 2 tenths quicker than his fastest lap so far, and 4 seconds off the back of Badabig. Because reasons. I don't understand what has gone so wrong for Badabig. I think he's got a penalty. Not that it matters.
Maybe it's just a Lexus moment.
It's just incredibly interesting now, though. Iggy has to pit again, obviously. Iggy has to pit at least one more time than the rest of the group, you'd figure. The tank can do... Well, Platt did 21 on a tank. So you'd have to go roughly in that margin. You can get to, what, lap 76? End of lap 76? Yeah. You're probably in good stead to pit for the rest of the race. That's going to be interesting. 46.5 for Incredible on the last lap, by the way.
Incredible lap.
Didn't give me any sort of help at all there in turn 2. So it's a nice wall to stare at.
Fastest lap on mediums.
Yeah. He is slowly but surely gaining a rip. You can see it. He is slowly making his way. He needs to avoid dropping into those 47s again, and he might actually be in a very good stead. The Badabig is not putting 47.4 on the last lap. Incredible could easily tear into Badabig here.
Yeah. What team is the Incredible driving for, that pink car?
BZ, on the side of the car there, beside the front wheel.
Yeah. Nice to see them onto the podium positions.
FGR are going to be looking at this wondering what the hell went wrong. It's 24 seconds to Project Platypus, not Not Aero GT Purple. They weren't the leaders
Well,
of
I
this stint.
mean, they have got past Project Platypus,
Yeah, they
so
have.
they've done something
Yeah,
right.
they have done that by about 5 laps. They have in fact done that. That's going to be an absolute mare to come back against for those two teams with the DC.
Yeah.
8.5 seconds from the front is not a
Cool.
good sign at least. Yeah, they're going to start last as well because Astro DC'd afterwards. So it's not even like they're going to start together.
Will they? But will they? Is it 8.5 minutes on top of what their gap was when they DC'd then?
No, it's just 8.5 minutes.
So
The
they're gonna
gap
come.
is going to be 8.5 minutes. There you go. That's the
Yeah, so they'll come out at the same time, so at least we'll have a bit of
yeah.
action.
Yeah. They'll find when they actually come out, the race will be like 10 laps deep by then.
Yeah. They'll come out in stint 6.
Yeah, they will. Alright, T-Bop, 6 seconds out of Ant-Bank. I want to point that out as well. Ant-Bank is really closing these gaps in.
What sort of times is T-Bop doing on them new tyres? Or has he only really just come in?
He's
Yeah,
only just
40,
really come in, but a
46. Yeah,
46.2 on that last lap is
yeah.
barely... And he's going quicker. Okay, he might be actually putting things down. Unfortunately for him, Ant-Bank's a second quicker a lap. No pressure. Well, not on that last lap. 46.1 on that last lap. I imagine he's been doing the low 45 the entire day, so I can't imagine he
Yeah, he
stops
should be
doing
able
that now.
to get back into check the gap between Bad Big and Incredible, see what that's at.
3.5 now. It's coming down.
3.5, it's coming down quite a lot. I think we should still keep the cameras on this.
It's
Don't want to miss a change for podium positions.
It is very interesting to see, although you got Yupper and Klinger in the background there. Klinger's trying to unlap himself in that car. Lap 57, 3.2 seconds is 47.8 from Badabig. It's a 47.0 from Incredible. Badabig is not enjoying life right now in the slightest. 0.8 of a second chalked out in one lap. That's a genuine shot at the podium here for BZ here. It's going to take some doing to hold on to it when we go further into the group because of the names that FGR are going to bring to the table. But at the same time...
They're going to have a lot of work to do now.
Yeah.
Seeing where they started the stint.
They're going to be very disappointed in the fact that they're back here.
So Iggy lapped everyone other than Fack then?
Yes. Yes,
God
that's
damn.
the situation we currently are in. Iggy is about to pit and give at least one of those back. Because Badabig is just coming around the end now. So we'll give it at least back to Badabig. So we'll go back to at least the top 3 on the same lap. Potentially also Incredible as well. Wonder who the car is there then. There's Hills. Flagged.
Iggy could, if he pits relatively soon, come out in between this battle for P3.
Yeah, he absolutely could.
Spice it up a bit.
Yeah, so Klinger's now 49 seconds off the back of Matt, so he's just eating into that time like it's going out of fashion. That was 55 the last time we saw it. It's actually extended the gap a little bit to Hills as well. X90G further 51 up the road, and Jupiter's 8 seconds clear of X90G. If X90G can start pushing towards the front, but Tank Bro, you know how we saw him against Jupiter earlier on. Is now 15 seconds clear of the same car that we almost saw undercut him
Tank Bro's gone purple.
He is flying. What? Here I am thinking they may have missed a step. They probably should have started with him.
Yeah.
If he's doing this kind of lap, we'll stick with him.
What the hell is President feeding this man? He's still purple, yeah.
I think he may have clipped the wall ever so slightly on the exit there, though. So we'll keep an eye out on it.
Checks, there's another sector time coming up. It was
He is
31
up.
milliseconds, yeah.
He is up. He's not purple anymore, but he is up on his own time. So he is absolutely flying. The only problem for Tank Bro, right, in trying to figure out his position and trying to get HR2 to a decent position, right, is that the car in front of him is doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's only got Ant Bank in front of him.
Yeah, who's been the one on. He's been the literal definition of being on a charge this race. So the problem is in catching people is if the guy in front of you is also catching people, you're not really catching people.
Yeah.
The 45.5 is a
45.5.
very good lap though. That's pretty much identical to Ant Bank actually. On that note, she's about 3 seconds ahead of Ant Bank, and that gap is shrinking. I wonder how long that's going to take.
Incredible and Bada Big. Oh,
yeah, more than
2.6. It's coming down, but it seems to be stabilising a bit. I think Bada Big's heard us taking the piss out of him.
It's interesting because Bada Big came close to winning the Tier 2 title last season, which would have actually put him in Tier 1 because the way we do it, we have automatic promotions for the champions.
Yeah.
He's not driving like one at the moment. Not that much. This has been a bad stint. If you start the stint 24 seconds off the lead and end the stint 2 minutes off the lead, you've had a bad stint.
Yeah. Good way of putting it.
And this is not even going through for the rest of the actual race either. We've only gone through 60 laps of this race.
Yeah. Just coming up to a 2/3 race distance on the stint.
So you've got to look at it, and you've just got to wonder as to how this has happened. How is he a minute off the back of Senor back and everything again? That's the question. Also, pit stop here for Iggy. The tyres falling off the edge of the cliff again. 46.4 on the last lap. Senor Fak spent about 3 or 4 laps gaining a second a lap there. I said lap too many times in one sentence, so you have to recognise. So that should probably drop him into around about that 40-second mark again. I reckon Senor Fak would take that. If he could keep close enough to Iggy to keep it around about that 40-second mark, knowing that Iggy will have to drive again at some point, I reckon he would take that.
So like a minimum 2 stints that each driver's got to do then?
No, so it's based on the format on the team. So if a team named 6 drivers and there's 6 stints, then one's got to drive. Everyone's driving a stint at some point. It's just what order they're doing it. Whereas both Fak's team and Iggy's team have only registered 3. So
right.
For Iggy, it's Keto, Platt, and Iggy, and for Fak, it's Fak, Scotty, and Dummy. I think his name is. We haven't seen any of Dummy yet, so he's got 2 stints coming up at some point. I believe, but you would expect. Anyway, I don't know for certain, but you'd expect.
Yeah, but you'd expect
that
for
is how
a
that was going to
it'd be 2. Each driver does 2 stints.
Yeah.
Unless you got some madman. I mean,
Iggy did 7.5 hours of driving in the Spa 1 straight. had a lead of a lot, with like a 50-second lead or something by the point he quit. By the point his time ran out, and they still lost. The final 2 stints was literally just a narrative of how much can they hold. Then it started raining, and the answer was they couldn't.
How much can they hold? No.
Bada Big, only 1.4 seconds ahead of Incredible, by the way. So much for that gap stabilising.
Yeah, it's slowly coming towards the slipstream range. It is Incredible. That Viper in slipstream is terrifying. Yupe is right there. What's that? Is Yupe on softs?
Yupe is on softs, yeah, in 9th place.
Yeah.
At the moment, 12 seconds.
46.3, yeah. It's doing some very very good times. Jupe could get past them both, spice it up a bit. Incredible using Jupe to overtake. Never know.
Yeah, it could be an interesting strategy, especially if Yupi can get close enough. The problem for these two is the fact that you've got through all those for Yupi. Sorry, it's you've got 12 seconds either side of him, and he's in the exact same position as Tank Bro. In the fact that
Yeah.
the car he is on a charge, but the car in front of him is on a charge, and the car in front of that is on a charge.
On the charge. And the car in front of that is T-Bot.
Yeah. Yeah, distinctively just trying to hang in there at the moment, to be honest with you. And it's also within a second now for Bada Big and Incredible. And I know Pastina Calder is in the stream.
Little plane landing in the background.
It is going to be interesting now as all that slipstream fades away very quickly as Bada Big gets a better bus stop chicane.
Yeah, 1 point. Yeah, coming down still though. That Viper's on a charge. Is there slipstream on real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slipstream is unreal. Yeah, everything is as it should, as it needs to be in terms of like it's heavy damage. It's trying to reflect real life as much as we can get, but also basing the original settings off of eSports settings because that's where the idea spawned from. So
yeah,
that's the balance we've tried to strike with this series in particular. Incredible is back within that second gap, and Yupper is going to be a problem. Incredible needs to go past Bada Big, so Yupper can not be much of a problem for him.
Yeah.
Also, Antbank versus T-Bop. Antbank versus T-Bop into turn 1.
Nice.
We'll watch it in. We will watch him into turn 4. If there's no look for a move, we will watch the replay. If it will
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Get that replay marker on because we just missed him going for that.
Yeah, apart from the fact that my keyboard doesn't like having a replay, apparently. Don't understand that. Why sometimes replays aren't available? Sometimes replays are absolutely available. And we've had it in here where I've actually had a replay already. So
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just not available. Maybe the game's just like absolutely not.
Yeah. Replay, no.
It's fine. We didn't want to see someone overtake. We only sat here for an hour 55. Let us see overtakes. God damn it, game. Antbank's already cleared 9/10 of a second, by the way.
Mm.
He is just absolutely flying off the edge against T-Bop, and T-Bop has not really got an answer to this.
Yeah, I might go around lap 75-ish, because I've still got to go do my shopping and stuff.
That is fair.
Kind of forgot that this one was 3 hours.
No, that's entirely fair. Hello again, Ryan. Antbank is cleared the second.
Has been well fun doing comms with you, though.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this. You've made the 2 hours worth fly by at the moment. Mortal turned 92nd out of Antbank. The real question is, can Antbank catch that? It's about to be lapped by Iggy.
Yeah.
Again. Technically lapped for the third time. But technically also hasn't been lapped at all yet, so work that.
Incredible is going to need to come into the pit soon, looking at that fuel.
Yeah. He's not going to get Bada Big, but he's put himself in a very good position to have a go at him. That's the idea there. He's done a good job there. Youth is also using him as a little bit of a slipstream boost at the moment to try and catch up to Tank Pro. There are the few cars that had a lot of damage done in the first couple of stints that have managed to make their way back, and they've done a good job at it. Antbank, Tank Pro, all those in the middle of the pack just starting to make their way through. It doesn't fully reflect their positions. They might do for Antbank by the end of this, admittedly. Iggy is leading, yes. Iggy is leading by a long time. 32 seconds, actually, to Senor Fact. Senor Fact, actually, is just starting to close that gap in bit by bit. Incredible into the pits as you thought he would be. The problem is
Should give...
for Mortal into the pits as well, so Incredible will actually stay ahead of Mortal. Now the question is for Incredible is
what's
what's the
Antbank
plan?
going to do in this? What was that gap again? 18 seconds?
Yeah.
He's coming on to the start-finish line now. Incredible and Mortal haven't started putting fuel in. I think Antbank's going to get them both.
45.6, by the way, on the last one. for Antbank, who's just absolutely flying. As fuel's in the car for
on
both
a charge. He is making a statement tonight, the Thai ladders.
Yeah, absolutely. Both the Thai lads, admittedly, have had a great start, and the middle has not been too great in 10. But it's been a decent run here for Antbank. Got 2.6 seconds clear of T-Bop already, and it's only been past him for a lap or two. With lap 63, I think it was the overtake on T-Bop. So Antbank has well and truly just put the lever down right now. He is absolutely running into the distance. What's his gap to Mortal? To Mortal 217. It's about 14 seconds. The gap to the total loss of the pit lane was 32 seconds there for Mortal, who is on a soft tyre now with blue flags for Senor back in the background. Well, this is interesting. A guy 2 laps down, or 2 or 3 laps down, is being blue flagged by a guy that is 1 lap down, who's being blue flagged by the second place driver.
Blue flag squared. You need like a blue and a dark blue flag out.
Incredible now 6 seconds off the back of T-Bop again, but T-Bop obviously having a lot worse tyres now, and I'm very intrigued to see how this strategy is going to play out.
Yeah, cause the fuel lasts around...
it's about 21, I think.
21, 22 at push. So he'd have to make it to, pretty much that 75 odd to do one more stop, which it looks like he would be able to. It'd be a push, but I think T-Bop could get away with only doing one more stop.
That's going to be interesting. I think also the likes of the Incredible Mortal and company would definitely not, in fact, like T-Bop to make it to lap 76, to be completely honest with you, and have to stop at least twice more. We'll see if that is how that works. That is a little bit wide, a little bit deep, no apex whatsoever. Gotta hit the corner a little bit better than that. Back in front is now 3.7 seconds.
Missed the apex by 8 nautical miles.
Someone just put a message in. His mate is doing a stint in this later. He's going to smoke everyone. Jordan, you want to let us know who the name of that guy is so I can keep track of it? And I will be watching and doing content the rest of the race up from this point. So I would like to hold you to your word there.
Yeah, he's going to smoke everyone. He's going to be 15th.
Badabig did a 46.8, which is his fastest lap of the race so far, apparently. On the blue line, so he's only casually...
Yeah, I get it on the mediums. Both Incredible and Badabig have set their fastest lap of the race so far on mediums, I think.
It's interesting, though, because you've got Antbank is on 45.6. Badabig's on a 46.8, and that's his best lap of the entire race up to this point. The problem that you kind of walk yourself into there, it's 23 seconds, but if you're going a second and a half a lap, that's going to eviscerate really quickly. Given that there's still 30 to go.
Antbank could proper charge his way up the grid here. Where did he start the stint? I can't remember. Ninth, wow.
I'm pretty sure it was 9th for Nova, yeah. I'm pretty sure someone is absolutely going to correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty sure it was 9th. Pretty sure that's where Dylan was. Currently 5 seconds.
ALR Kieran. I think I know who that is. Very fast driver.
9th is right, yeah. Okay. I'm not going insane. Not yet.
Yeah.
Well, now the fact that Kieran, now you've dropped his name, I will be holding you to that, Jordan. You've just out your driver for another couple of well, laps of
No,
being
we've
taken
got
the piss out of his
Iggy
job.
level expectations
Yeah,
there.
yeah, he's gotta put it together now. If Tank Bro's got himself into a position where he's actually pushing his way up the grid, then no pressure.
Yeah.
Tank Bro's in the pit now, after doing another 45 or 2 or 3 on the last few laps. Klinger's now 43 seconds behind Matt, so he is slowly closing it in. It's not really been much of driving there, like actual competition for Klinger, but he is slowly catching the cars in front, and that's probably what they wanted of him in this stint, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Exactly what he was told to do.
43 seconds, that gap now.
We've got a pit stop here for Senor Fak, who was a minute 8 ahead of Bada Big, so that's changed.
Yeah.
Bada Big kind of, I guess, in the difference of... Uh-oh. Wait, that's Iggy. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. No.
Well, we might be seeing...
Yeah, well, it was fun being a lap. All the podium being on the same lap, but Iggy's got other plans.
Yeah, Iggy doesn't want that at all. And Senor Fak's only going to be 30 seconds away. I wonder if Iggy can actually get himself into a position where he can lap everyone by the end of the 3-hour stint. Bearing in mind, Iggy still has to drive again at some point. And so does Platt, who is one of the fastest drivers in the server, just joined the Stint earlier on in the week. So,
yeah.
He's definitely no slouch at all either.
Yeah, fair bit of pace in that team.
We expected it to be FGR, Aero GT Purple, or Iggy round the outside to lap Bada Big.
Ooh.
They get it done. I don't think Bada Big's going to fight that back. Bada Big's not even getting a chance to.
Around the outside of turn 1.
And Iggy's just going to take the lap then. Also,
Yupe up at front, I think.
Yupe is there in 8th at the moment, right behind Tank Bro. Tank
Bro's
5 seconds
different
behind.
bloke. Trying to work out who. Oh, last lap, I think. Iggy's just broken into the 44s. Might have been last lap. No, lap before.
68, yeah. 44.9. So there you go. There's Sam Banks' fastest lap being taken off the board, replaced by the Austrian. Let's see if Banks got any response to that. I imagine he probably does.
Yeah. We'll see him pit like in 2 minutes, go on to softs, no fuel, do an extra stop purely to get that fastest lap back.
I don't think he needs to. Look, he's chalking out time on Bada Big at the moment. Now, it was
that gap
19.
was 23, already down to 19.
Mortal behind Incredible at the moment. 1.4 there. You can see the split is just don't happen. You have your... Iggy doesn't really count, now the same fact, but from Bada Big down, you go all the way... Bada Big down and Mortal all relatively close to each other. Mortal goes purple for the second sector, and then you've got 8 backwards. They're all just starting to spread out a little bit. Yeah, because the difference between Mortal and Yupa is not quite a lot, but it is the fact that Yupa is 2 laps back and Mortal isn't. Mortal's only 1. That's the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, 1 minute 16 that gap at.
Tank Bro 3 seconds off the back of that, so he is really pushing for that 8th place. Yupa's about to pit anyway.
How far's Incredible off T-Bop?
2.5 seconds, but Mortal is the one chasing down.
Yeah, Mortal's catching,
anything else. T-Bop is on half 1 soft. Incredible and Mortal on very fresh tyres. Imagine that T-Bop's probably going to be the one that ends up losing out in this triple threat. Going on for the 5th place in the race at the moment. I wonder who's in position to make it to that 76th lap. Especially in the Aston Martin apparently can do 22 in a flat, in a stint. The Viper can do 21 apparently. So we'll see who's going to the end from there when we get to around about lap 76 in that range. I wonder how that's going to play out. Incredible got to do
Yeah.
a little bit of defending
Oh,
here.
Mortal's proper took out of Incredible there. Gap down to just under half a second now.
Yeah,
What can Mortal do in that advantage? He's got a really good exit out of it. So has Incredible, but he's got that slipstream.
And it's taken hold as well. You can see it. It's just
Yeah.
starting to chalk down that time under 0.3 of a second now. They head off the banking.
It'll be down to how close he can follow him through the bus stop to try and get a good exit and try and get past into turn one. That's probably the first main overtaking spot. Oh, almost makes contact there, does Mortal. Both of them get a good exit, 2.8 tenths now that gap. Climbing steadily, but Mortal in that slipstream should be able to gain a bit on the Viper. There he is now, it's coming down, it's coming down.
It's definitely coming down. They're going through towards the end of turn one, just under 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, definitely not close enough to go through a move into turn one. No, but he's going into the infield where he's going to have that advantage that, what's it called, the Aston's a lot better in the infield than the Viper. The Viper's very understeer. It can be quite hard to guess. Oh, goes onto the grass momentarily, does Mortal. He's going to have a look up the inside into turn two. Does he get it stuck? Does he get it stopped? Yes, he does. Mortal up into P6.
It's a good move. It's a good move down there. He picked his
very
spot
good
early.
Move, yeah.
He picked his spot early there, did Mortal. He knew what he wanted to do as soon as you could see it. You could see what he was lining up. The problem is now, if you're team-up, those two just start fighting and they caught up 2 seconds. That should be a long bell.
Oh yeah, nice, they're fighting. I've got a good chance to pull away. Never mind, they just took a second out of me. Fuck. Right, T-Bot needs to put his foot down because Mortal is proper having a look. Is he going to try and do the same thing again? It's deja vu. Just under half a second coming up towards the bus stop chicane. And his purple is Mortal. He's gone for a move into turn one. Still managed to go purple. 45.3 his fastest lap. See what he can do through here. He's going to be able to use that slipstream from T-Bot. Gets a much better exit. And this looks like a turn one move. He seems to be closest. Sticks right in that slipstream. He can choose to give it a bump draft. Try and keep that slipstream for the fastest lap. That was a really good exit. Look at the gap he's gained on Incredible already, up to 1.2 seconds. There he is. He's going to have a think up round the outside of turn one. 44.933. Barely able to not get fastest lap. T-Bop seems to go deep a bit into turn one. Is Mortal going to be able to capitalise this? He's going to have a look. Are we going to see a repeat? T-Bop knows what to do. He fends that inside off. This fighting is allowing Incredible to see. We've got a three-way battle for P5. This long into the race. 44.9, yeah, from Mortal. Very good lap. T-Bop still defending this very well. Little bit of a play with smoke. Mortal's gone for it. Gone down the inside. Saw the gap. He's done it. Mortal up into P5 for the Queen's Head. Very nice racing here. Mortal just seeming to come alive on them softs out of nowhere there. And the pink car's gone up 2 positions. Wonderful moves there from Mortal. And Incredible's having a look on T-Bop as well now. That's slowed him down quite a bit. But the Viper's right on the tail of T-Bop.
Yeah, and it's looking like, here we go. Going for the bus stop chicane. Shouldn't go here. Should go leave T-Bop alone for a little bit, for a second here. Get it out the bus stop chicane.
Yeah, you want to set yourself up for a
go.
brilliant exit like that. Oh!
He caught him at the wrong time. T-Bop got a second penalty. He just got on him at the worst possible time.
Incredible with a bit too good of an exit there. Just goes straight into the back of him.
That's one of those where you're just wishing that was any sort of no mistake there from T-Bop, and Incredible is going to line him up incredibly quickly. But yeah, that didn't seem
to be any damage from that. And T-Bop had next to no fuel, so it was coming in anyway. But still,
yeah, they both came out unscathed. Well, I would like to point out if you're going to come alive, right, in the period of this race, what a time to do it. Mortal back to back, just absolutely
sensational overtakes. Yeah.
Multiple laps where he was just absolutely insane. And then the 44.9, albeit the next lap was as if he could put everything he could into that 44.9. And
Yeah, that 72 was very slow because of how well T-Bot was defending on them dead tires. Very got to take your hats off to him where it's due.
yeah, it's just absolutely.
Yeah, got to remember that these guys are a lap behind, so they only need to plan the strategy to lap 98. But with T-Bot going in,
96.
yeah, engineering student, by the way. You'd think I'd know how to do 97 minus 1. Clearly not. Fuck, you know.
That was a pretty good run there for Mortal. That literally 200ths of a second slower than Iggy's fastest lap is what he registered on lap 71. That is stuff. That's how you do it. I don't think he's going to try it if he's going to try and do that again. I'm back into the pits. And I get to see where Antbank actually is in respect to everyone else. Then the problem for Antbank is that he probably isn't going to hit the end from here. I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, it'd be a push to try and get to the end. So maybe he could time this and fill up to like 60 or something. So if he's doing 2 stops anyway, his car might as well be as light as possible.
Yeah.
All depends what he plans on doing.
He's fueling up at the moment.
Where is he going to fuel up to? Is he going all the way?
Yep, he's going all the way. He's
going all the way. Oh, no, gone to 99.
Effectively the entire way. That's in the background? And that was Hills in the background. That is Hills in the background. 21 off the back of Klinger, who's actually got it down within 40 seconds of Matt now. So he's doing a very good job of just trying to eat away at that gap from the car in front. Problem for him is that once he gets past Matt, the chances of catching X90G are, well, good luck. At that point, a minute further in front. X90G is going to have a go at Juppé by the end of this one as well. And so we'll see how everything unfolds. That bank got 9 seconds on T-Bop in the end, by the way. But he is 22 seconds off the back of Incredible. So T-Bop is in a bit of a problem there. Mortal 22 seconds off the back of Badabig. So Badabig could feel potentially reasonably safe for third now, I think. Albeit it hasn't looked that way the entire day so far. Entire 3-hour stint has not gone down very well in the slightest.
What are Badabig's fueling tyres looking like?
About to pick the answer.
Yeah, he's going to have another pit stop.
This pit stop he's about to do will take him to the end.
Yeah.
So he's on lap 50, he's on lap 75 right now. He could easily go to the end here. So I assume, I don't know whether it's this lap or the next lap he's going to pit in, but he's going to be able to just take this straight to the end, and we can now start to figure out how people are going to organise the final stops. The extra pit will take him right back here towards the sides of Antbank for a small period of time. Give Antbank a potential chance to close him down a little bit more. Mortal 4.5 seconds up on BRT. Incredible there. He is actually closing on Badabig. Lap to lap.
Yeah. How far is Antbank off Incredible after coming in the pits? 21 seconds.
Yeah, 22. Just under 22. So that's, I don't know if that's catchable, but it certainly gives Nova a nice standing, given that they did not have after stint 2.
And
we're watching all the pit stops start to shake out. We know that Antbank has to pit again, though that's his problem. If he was going to the end here, he'd be in an exceptional position. I don't think he is. T-Bop there, 9 seconds further back. He isn't going to the end either. Is there anyone actually going to the end? Badabig went again, by the way. Kept going one more. I didn't even think the fuel would allow for that. That does not look like a lot of fuel. That looked like a very minute amount of red there on that
Yeah.
fuel.
Be worth staying on board with him here in case he runs out. Because it could be a possibility.
Yeah, it could be a very big possibility that he does. I saw in the chat earlier, I think Jordan said that Kieran wishes to have an interview.
Yeah.
We can arrange that. It might be a little bit later on. Are they doing what stint is he doing, Jordan? Out of curiosity. I don't know how long it's wide for this one at the moment. But yeah, got an hour later on. Fun just doing 4 interviews when I do the fifth stint. But yeah, Senor Fact 51 seconds ahead of Badabig, but he is a minute 8 behind Iggy, who still has to pit as well. They both still have to pit, so that's a fairly salient gap between those two in this one. Badabig into the pits. Yep. There you go.
0% used that entire tank to its advantage. Should be able to go to the end easily on that.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if he isn't able to go to the end now after the pit stop here. So he'll be the first one we know for certain that is going to the end of this race. Mortal up.
He's doing the 7:15 one, he says, so stint 5 most likely that is.
It is stint 5. Of course, it's the one that the interview's planned for. Alright, interview's cancelled. Just an hour taking the piss out, Kieran.
We wouldn't want it any other way.
Badabig came out in 5th then. 13 seconds ahead of Ant Bank. Virtually, Ant Bank, he's going to have to pit again. I'm wondering how everything's going to shake out. I'm assuming Badabig's on soft here. He actually is. For the first time in a long time, he's on soft. So he's got to put some laps down now. He's got to get that lap to those lap times down, because it's not been impressive in the slightest with Badabig today. But he has been gifted a little bit of a lifeline to try and just close a little bit of a gap at the very least.
He's going to know that people ahead of him have to pit.
Yeah, he's been in that battle with Mortal and Incredible for a while now. So yeah, he will know for a fact that is the case.
He's just got to get his head down, get some consistent laps in, and see how close to the leaders he can finish.
Yeah, that's essentially it. That is essentially the rest of his race from now until everyone else is pit at the very least.
I do think I am going to leave it with you though. Thanks for inviting me. It's been a pleasure, but I do want to get to this Audi shop done before it gets dark.
Yeah, that's fair. No problem, man. Been a pleasure for the last 2.5 hours. Thanks for joining us.
Will I be able to still see the party chat if later? I'll ask in chat, of course. But if I'm free later, I might join in.
It depends which stint that is, because Ross is joining me for 4 and 6. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when you get back. Ping me when you may get a message when you get back, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it should be 7:15-ish for help you out with the interviews.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Just let me know when you get back, and I'll take a look, figure it out.
Yeah. See you, mate.
All right.
Thanks for inviting me.
Right. On to the race itself then. With about 6 seconds from Veer Mortal to Incredible, we've got about further 9.5 between Incredible and Badabig. Yeah, that was correct, as everyone. Yeah, absolutely a blast of a couple of hours there. Iggy, Senor Back, Mortal, and then Incredible, Badabig, Ant Bank, T-Bop, Tank Bro, UP, X90G, Matt Debater, Klinger, and then AHR Hills. at the rear of the field. Has just had another lap tagged on him by Iggy. 34 seconds now for Klinger, because he is actually taking a little bit of time out of that gap between him and Matt Debater in this one. If also might have some dealing with X90G to do at some point in the near future. AHR Hills is going to the end of the race. And I think Badabig's the only other one that's set up in such a manner. I think so anyway. I think Badabig is the only other driver currently in that sort of position. We'll wait and see how that unfolds then. It looks like X90G they're almost about to be lapped by Badabig as we go into 2.5 hours of a 3-hour stint. Wonder how everything is going to unfold. We've got people heading to the pits at the moment, or heading round the final corner. Iggy is one of them, and Iggy is about to pit because there is barely anything left on those tyres at all. Hasn't used a medium tyre yet, but has got a substantial amount of a substantial gap actually. Gonna go one more. Not sure that's necessary. He's gonna do it anyway. Looks like we are just going to continue on with E at the moment. Actually, no, we're going to go a little bit further back, see if we can find any sort of battles at all on the track. X90G, one of them, trying to not be lapped by Badabig. The field just starting to dissipate a little bit. Blue flag being thrown out for now. X90G now Klinger into the pits. This has gone to do some shopping. That's what he's gone to do. Six and a half seconds for Yupper. It's incredible with the car in front of him. I wonder if Yupper's going to be able to actually force any sort of an issue to try and unlap himself from Incredible here. We'll have to keep an eye out on where Iggy is going forward, because then that way I'm able to figure out who is where. On the track, someone came out the pit. That is Klinger on the medium tyres. Currently a substantial amount ahead of Hills, who is actually driving with Iggy now as he goes round the final corner. Iggy into the pits as we expected him to do so. Around that, Iggy into the pits, Hills on his own now then. 33 seconds off the back of Klinger. And Klinger has done a good job in this stint to recover something for Aero GT Blue after Eli disconnect earlier on. So Iggy's going to the end, Badabig's to the end. The two at the back have both also pitted to go to the end up to this point. We're on lap 81 with the lead of this race. Technically 82 with Iggy. In for Mortal to the pits as he looks to go to the end now. Like he is on the medium tyres. There you go. So that's the first time he has put on the mediums all night. So he's just starting, well, all day rather. It's not night yet. With Senor Fax just about a minute behind him. That'll drop to about 40 seconds. Senor Fax still has to pit again. Mortal into the pits now as well. Incredible right in front of Yupis still. Yupis just trying to cement that 9th position. A lot of people still trying yet to pit, though, to get out on their final stops. Yupper is just slowly but surely getting away from X90G. And he's actually about to unlap himself on Incredible. The blue flag comes out straight away, but he doesn't have to follow that. Not unless it becomes clear he's not quicker. It looked like Incredible just going to use him for a little bit here. A little bit of bump drafting down the straight. Yep, the Finnish driver going to have to help out the Viper here a little bit. Looks like Yupper is going to clear Incredible just a little bit. Incredible going into the pits at the end of this lap, so that'll be the end of his that'll be his final stop. Be very intrigued to see what happens here when he comes out. Alright, so Incredible in for his final stop. Badabig had already done his final stop. Back is the one in the top, at the front of the group that still needs to pit. Out of the top 3. Back is ahead of Mortal, but Mortal has pit. Incredible has not. So Fak and back in the first 6 are the only 2 that needs to pit now. In fact, he's going to alleviate his name from that list because he is now in the pit lane as well. You know, with Antbank here, stayed out a little bit longer, potentially to the end of the lap then. He's got a lot of fuel to go to the end. I might have enough tyres. Given the fact that he is a lap back, that's going to be close. If he doesn't go to the end. I don't actually know if he used the medium tyre yet. I don't actually know if Antbank's used the medium tyre yet at all. Tank broke into the pits as well. Comfortably ahead of Yupper so far. Klinger has actually gone right back to the start in terms of how far he was behind Matt DeBeer, but Matt DeBeer has still got to pit. And he has gained an entire pit stop. Matt DeBeer did not look clean through the first couple of corners. That was a mess of a chicane. Gonna have to clean that up if he wants to keep that position later on in this race. That's a certain. G is 40 seconds behind Yupper, so X90G is pitted onto the medium tyres now. It's like Tank Bro 11 seconds ahead of the Finnish driver, so he is going to be safe then. In front of him, it's the second lap put on Tank Bro today. Here's a minute back on Incredible. It's going to be a long way for the rest of the drivers to try and make up. Incredible obviously onto his final stint now then. He obviously did 2 medium stints in the middle of the race, so he is well and truly covered on his requirements. Same for T-Bop as well. You know, Badabig's been on mediums up to this point. Senior Fact started on the mediums, so he's done here. Diggy on the medium now, so no problem through the front 3 in terms of the tire requirements. Pretty sure Mortal's done the medium tire stint as well. Same with T-Bop and Incredible. So I don't know about Antbank. That's the question, though. That's the question I need to figure out. Someone else can take a look for that as well. Yeah, Incredible 7/10 of a second off the back of T-Bop. T-Bop still has to pit. To actually give him the gap between Tank Bro and what will be T-Bop will be a lot less than the minute. That's a certain. And that seems a little bit more achievable. Antbank pits, it'll be so in the region of about 32-second loss, so he'll go right on the back of Incredible then. We continue on through the end of the 3rd stint. We will be 7 hours through the race at the end of this one. I wonder if there's going to be anything to change at the moment. Antbank is slowly but surely closing in on Badabig. The problem is, I think Antbank does have to pit again. We will wait and see, because that... I'm not entirely sure. He has been doing electric laps the entire time. If he doesn't have to pit again, that'll be a top 4 for him. Well, that'll be a very interesting situation then. If that is the case. Mortal 9 seconds off the back of the Thai driver. He is closing in on Badabig. The longer this goes, the more he is closing in. Not the sentence I thought I'd be saying at the beginning of this stint. Iggy has a minute advantage over the rest of the group up to this point. Half a second penalty for Badabig will do a little bit more damage in his fight against Antbank. Think so. If you haven't pit, Jupiter's still got to pit. Matt Debater's still up. Matt Debater's just pit, so Klinger is now 33 seconds again off the back of the Ford GT. He has actually gained a little bit on hills as well. So Jupiter's still got the pit. I think Tank Pro is going to the end. Same for Incredible. We've got Klinger behind him, and T-Bop still got the pit as well, at the absolute least. Those two still have to come into the pits. Antbank is a question mark as to whether or not that stint's going to go to the end. I wonder if it is. Well, a tenth of a second quicker for Mortal. That would actually be quick enough for a fastest lap there. If he can do it. If he can keep that time going, he would actually put himself up. No one done better than the 44.913 from Iggy in this session. And there you go, that's the recognition from the purple. He is flying at the moment. Antbank is ahead of Badabig, who's got another half-second penalty. And Antbank is up in the third for now. The half-second penalty is going to hamper Badabig's attempt at fighting back. He got a lot of slipstream, he got a lot of overspeed. The problem is all going to be brought crashing down very quickly. In the end of the corner, at the end of the banking, Badabig would usually go for a move at this point, but he's going to have to get slowed down. And that gap will go all the way over the top of 0.8 of a second. Well, actually, it might hit an entire second. It has hit the entire second. And Antbank is not complaining. Surprisingly, no one had properly hit that wall at the back of the... at turn 1. Pretty shocked. We still have 2 people who have to pit. I reckon Yuppie's going in, not this lap, but the lap after. There's the blue flag flashing up. The real question is, who is the blue flag for? It looks like the Nova car. It looks like Antbank. It is Antbank. That he's going to get himself in position to, well, have to move out of the way for the blue flags in due course. Because Antbank is on a charge right now. 45 is literally as far as the eye can see, apart from that 78 and 79 stretch. It's been mostly like that for Antbank the entire day. In the same boat as Senor Fak, realistically. And Iggy, as Tank Bro is actually looking to try and unlap himself from Iggy here. He already has a contender for overtaking the month. He's going to go down the inside of Iggy. How on earth do you get that stopped so goddamn quickly? It is impressive in the braking zone from Tank Bro at this point. Absolutely launching himself into every first corner he can see. Currently purple on the lap. Doing that while you're directly in front of the guy with the fastest lap would probably be a flex this late into the race. Especially when that guy's 3 minutes ahead of you. He unlapped himself there, so he's only 1 lap ahead now. Lap 88 at this point in time. We'll go back to Tank Bro then, as we see what he's doing. 45.0 on the last lap for Tank Bro. 45.1 before that. 45.1 and 83 on 83 as well. He is just absolutely launching it. He is well and truly given up on given up on caring and whether or not he's going slow or conserving tyres. He is just absolutely launching it. 0.2 of a second purple for Tank Bro. And the Aston Martin V12 Vantage looking for a fastest lap here. Looking to cut down on the top 7. 1 corner from the end. And there's going to be a 44. It's not. It's a 45.1. It's not actually his quickest lap at all. Lost so much time in that final sector. But he is launching it in the last 2 laps. Yipper is still not pit yet, and after we actually switched onto him, there you go, he is into the pits. Team up. Half-second penalty. Incredible is literally just starting to chunk into the time a little bit, and we'll do a little bit more with this half-second penalty. Team up going into the pits. There you go, team up into the pits, which means that we are at the end of the pit stops, I think. We'll see how this plays out then. If Ambank hasn't got to pit again, he is legitimately in 3rd place. Nova wouldn't have dreamed of that at the beginning of this stage. The beginning of this stint. Because that would have been absolutely ridiculous. They started this stint in 9th. If he had got himself into 3rd, that would just be absolutely ludicrous. And he's still lapping in the 45s. I wonder who goes in the car next. Honestly, you're gonna have a lot to stand up to at that point. Tide drivers have got you into a great position. Senor Fak and A, the only 2 drivers still on the on the lead lap, but that is technically lap 90 now. Or about 7 or 8 from the end then. We got Mortal just behind Badabig. Mortal is actually going to have a go at Badabig here. Not right now, but he is going to have him before the end of this race, that's a certain. Tumbling backwards is the best way to describe FGR right now. And Queen's Head eSports, don't forget these, Queen's Head eSports, roughly new team, anyway, from one of the helpers in the chat, just starting to put things together, looking for a top 4. Don't forget, they probably won't get caught by Project Platypus. They start 8.5 minutes back. There's also another team, I think it's a T3, they have to start 8.5 minutes back from the lead as well. So this is going to be a long one for FGR if they're going to get overtaken here. Around the outside for Mortal. Went high. It hasn't really worked out. Badabig holds on. Mortal, you cannot try that. Surely not. I was about to say, I'm not sure I'd have picked that place Here, then Alexis, you just blast him down the straight here. Mortal tried it into the bus stop chicane, gives him a bump draft, heading through the banking. A tenth of a second split the two of them. I wonder if there's going to be anything in this for Mortal. He's going to look out. He's going to have to dive to the outside here. Badabig's going to set himself up to try and defend that. Mortal potentially going underneath. Nope, nothing really there for him in the slightest. Mortal, however, might be looking the long way round at turn 4. Mortal looks for it. Badabig goes and opens the door for the switchback. The door is firmly open for Mortal now. And that door has been walked through by Mortal up in a 4th place. Badabig going the long way round now. Mortal trying to show him as little space as possible. And has done it fairly well there. Mortal overtaking Badabig there fairly nicely in the inbuild. I wonder how Badabig going to respond to that. Handbag is 8.5 seconds up the road now. Even if he does have to pit again onto a medium tire, which I'm not entirely sure about, he has done a shift. He has done exactly what Nova needed him to do. And you can clearly see why the #1 driver in Thailand, that's a certain, he has put on a shift. He's put a clinic in this race. Other driver that had sparks of brilliance. You can see Mortal with his 44.9. That lap was just a thing of beauty. You'd seen Tank Bro earlier on absolutely dummying into turn 1. You've had your moment. This has been a highlight stint for certain. And it looks like we're going to continue on with that kind of idea. That's Klinger ahead of Incredible. Incredible getting the slipstream here from the other Viper. He is 22 seconds ahead of T-Bop, who's only 29 ahead of Tank Bro, who's had an absolute stint on as well. Coming from a lot further back than Antback did. Reknai G is 6.5 away from Yuppa, but he's probably too little too late by the time we run through this one. It's now under 30 seconds for Klinger. And he is also increasing to Hills in 13th, but he has got it under 30 seconds to Matt. So whoever steps in next has a massive opportunity to try and steal 11th place. I wonder how this is going to unfold. I don't know who's had a better stint, to be honest with you, Tank Pro or Ambank. They've both had electric stints in this race. Incredible, just starting to gain a little bit more. T-Bop 21.7 back, Badabig 18 seconds further ahead of Incredible. Ambank is into the pit, so that is what we thought. And I can only assume this is a medium tyre then. And we'll bring him out in front of Incredible, but not, well, around Incredible rather, but not ahead of anyone else. Mortal and Badabig, 1.4 seconds between them. Mortal just doing extremely well, and Queen's Head has found themselves on the podium at the moment through 3 stints. You offered them that before the beginning of the day, they would have snatched your hand off. Yeah, Badabig now 2.5 seconds off the back of Mortal. That gap just flew open very quickly, and he has done a spectacular job of it today in this stint as Mortal in the 3 hours. Also got to send you back, trying to get within the minute of Iggy. Yeah, Badabig's had Maul's had a great stint, but Butterbig has had a stint from hell, to be honest with you. A nightmare stint. Never got going at any point in a 3-hour stint of a 12-hour race. You have got to get going at some point. You've got to put up the times where you're expected to put up the times at some point. Antbank came out in 5th, and Butterbig got another half-second penalty, so that gap's just going to decrease a little bit further as they go along. And I will give Mortal Ways credit where credit is due, but I also recognise that Butterbig has had potentially the worst stint on the grid, honestly, in this one. I don't really see a lot that could have gone much worse for him. Ike90G is 6.8 behind Yupper and now has to serve a 1.5 second penalty, so that'll put any dent into getting that one. Getting that overtake done. Anywhere near him to potentially even try to overtake. Antbank is 6 seconds ahead of Incredible right now. On the medium tyres. Incredible softs are starting to wear out. Oh, Antbank's off the track! Antbank is off the track! And he's down into, well, he's about to be down into 6th. There's the turn 4 spin. We haven't seen one of them today. Well, we have now. And it was going almost perfectly for the tie driver. Almost too perfectly, and it turns out it was too good to be true. And now he's got to figure out a way back to get past Incredible, who is somehow going to start in 5th and end in 5th. Iggy is currently on lap 95, 1 minute and 1 second clear of Senor Fak in 2nd. Yeah, Iggy has to drive again at some point, or should, well, is most likely to drive again at some point. Given the fact there's only 3 drivers on his team. Antbank is already firing straight back at Incredible. He's going to fire straight back at Incredible. It's 1.6 seconds. He's going to get maybe just about enough. Oh, he DC'd from the voice chat. Oh, wow, that would have been a twist in the tail, eh, wouldn't it? Could have get Senor Fak a minute and 15 second advantage going into the next stage in an 8-minute penalty. 8.5 minute penalty for Aero GT Purple, and he actually DC'd from the session itself. That would have been an absolute mess. Antbank now within a second of Incredible. They look to try and find their way. Well, Antbank tries to find their way back into the top 5. After a spin earlier, he could have easily had it. Would have been charging down Butterbig before it. That one mistake is going to be crucial at the end of the day. Antbank is going to have a real good go at Incredible here. By the end of this race, he is going to have a really good go at Incredible. Iggy and Senor Fak, the only ones on the first lap. Sorry, if I can speak English. X90G is currently in 10th, 9 seconds off the back of Yuppie. Incredible is under fire. Incredible is under some incredible fire from Antbank right now. And Antbank had a run. He had a big run as well, down through the final corner. And it looked like they're going to head into what could possibly be their final lap. Antbank on the outside. Incredible after that. Incredible going to lose out. Antbank has just sorted himself out again, and he's recovered well from the spin he made earlier on. He's up into 5th once again. He's 17 seconds off the back of Butterbig, but I think he will take the top 5 after starting in 9th. especially being in and around Bada Big and company all day. The blue flag being thrown out with Iggy on lap 96 of 97, round the final corner on that lap. So this would have to be a fairly impressive. Well, this would have to be something impressive for him to not have a minute advantage here. We are now on to lap 97 of 97 with Iggy in tow. Mortal there in third. Not sure who that is on the opposite side. That is Matt Debater then. So as soon as Iggy crosses the line, we'll switch to Matt Debater and then I will switch to Mortal. They go over for lap 94 of 97. That's their final lap put in the... well, they're on to their final lap now. The mighty Iggy is really just that mighty at the moment. Cruise control for Aero GT purple at this point in time. It would take something fairly impressive to stop that from here. Antbag has got it down to 14 seconds here. Under 15 seconds is the advantage for Bada Big on Antbag. He has had this is an electric stint from him, an electric stint from Mortal, an electric stint from Tank Pro, who got within 30 seconds of his group, of the group in front from him. And I don't think any of those three people can complain with that at all. Bada Big will go and, well, rue anything. I don't think he actually realized there was a stint in the 3 hours. With Iggy coming around the final corner, and for the first time tonight, there's no way of stopping them at the moment. But the first time tonight after the platypus DNF, well, DC, I guess, from the stint, Aero GT Purple are standing on the top step through 7 hours of Daytona. Iggy wins the stint. Aero GT Purple taking full advantage of the moment. Iggy through 97, basically untouchable, has an entire minute advantage. And that's going to be an extremely hard one to overcome, to be completely honest with you here. There's Bada Big up in fourth after that, 11 seconds off the back of the group. And then it's Klinger, and then Antbag after that. Incredible, and then Yuppie after that as well. We'll go down the grid. It's next. Who is that next? Who just finished? That's Senor Fak. T-Bop, Tank Bro, and Hills. I will just do a quick rundown of everybody. Just so Ross has got it. That's all captured on the stream. 3:30 there for Tank Bro. Iggy, 1:03 up the road. Wow. That was fairly one-sided. In the end. Alright. That being said, it's now 4:35 in the evening UK time. We have 3 more stints to go. I'm looking forward to all of those. I need to make sure when the next stint starts. Ross is going to be the one that starts it, but I still need to know when it is. So we are going to take a small break now. Find out, go in the goddamn list Most stints are. Till 5 o'clock. Okay, so we've got a 2-hour stint at 5 o'clock. That is currently 25 minutes from now. We will see you guys in about 20. We've got 3 more stints to go. 5 hours left of the 12 hours. Peace.